GHOne television. We're live from our studios here at the Platinum Place, North Ridge, here in Accra. It's a beautiful brand new week, a beautiful brand new day, and it's a day for you to be excited and then wake up to what this week offers. And I pray that this week would be a very blessed week for all of us. And so welcome to the show. From now till 10 a.m. we've got quite a lot of interviews as well, conversations. We'll be looking at the big things that are happening. You know that this coming Saturday, the NPP would be electing a flag bearer. And ahead of that, we've seen quite a number of things. Over the weekend, we saw two flyers, one for Dr. Baumia and one for Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan talking about violence against women and other things, and Dr. Baumia supposedly talking about the economy and the performance of the city. But what we do know is that all of these things are from the various camps also trying to chip in and capitalize on the euphoria ahead of Saturday. But guess what? On Saturday, we're live here on your TV from morning till the last ballot is counted and indeed a winner is announced. Well, I am Joshua Kodjo Mensah and welcome to our show this morning. Let's start with the quote of the day. From the man Nelson Mandela again, who says again that the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. You know, sometimes some of these quotes make so much sense that you need to re-echo it in the hearts and in the minds of our viewers. So it's not about falling, you'll definitely fall, but if you do fall, you need to rise, and that's where the greatest glory lies, according to Nelson Mandela. It's a Monday, so let's get some inspiration for the rest of the week with our video of the day. there with the video of the day, and we hope that we are very grateful to God. We are expressing our gratitude to Him for all that He's done for us. But Mutala Inusa is here, so let's head to the courts. All right, so Mutala Inusa is here. Mutala, good morning.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful brand new week.
Yes, it is a brand new week. Yeah. And it is the week that January will end, right?
Yes, hopefully, on Saturday.
Yes, okay. Yes, so officially, this is the last Monday we'll see in
the month of January. Yes.
How time flies. So how was your weekend?
It was good. You know, church yesterday was great. Saturday we went for our Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Hoda Holdings Thanksgiving as well. And so I've been doing church on Saturday, church on Sunday.
Yeah, that's always beautiful and great.
Absolutely.
So it all boils down to how we end January, the very first year of the first month in the year.
Absolutely. Yes. And I hope yours was good as well.
Yeah, it was okay.
Till yesterday, but we won't talk about it.
Some people want to set
I won't talk about it. I won't talk about the fact that Arsenal lost to Woto yesterday, and your mood is very, very bad this morning. But the Lord shall provide, my brother.
I know director is sitting down there just to set agenda, and no problem. They came to the Emirates and then gave it to us. They beat us. No problem. We accept that. And then they should not forget that we also were at Manchester, Old Trafford, and we beat them. And they also
I don't know why you're explaining plenty.
I'm not explaining.
But you know what? Director has a gift for you. So let's take that gift from director to Mutala.
Compare me with that your Arsenal club. That once they lose a game now, you begin to get angry and begin to switch into mood. Please, I don't want that. Oh,
babe, don't go there. Leave Arsenal alone.
This Arsenal your own. Now you're the owner of Arsenal. See you, Arsenal. Romantic. I can't waste all the compare me with that your Arsenal club. That once
That's
they
not
lose
your own. But this morning I want to say a very special good morning going out to Nathan Kwabna Nochibisi, aka Bolare. Chief Bola, good morning to you. Yesterday he posted something. When you people took the lead, he posted the screen and Challenge. So good morning to Bolare and to all the Ghanaians across the globe.
Banini will go to heaven, I swear.
It's not your fault. You see, is Arsenal your own? Go and eat Banku, you say you follow Arsenal. Anyways.
We don't blame them.
But, no, so how was the feeling like watching all of that on an 85-inch screen only to suffer that?
Kodjo Mensah, let me do my part today. And I'll go. Time is fast running.
Is it your time? Mutala, is it your time?
No, I want to be generous today. I want to give you enough time so that you can.
Today I have time for you.
You don't do football. You don't do football.
You see, I had no plans to throw you today, but I don't know, somehow. You see, Banini is very.
He will go to heaven.
Banini is very.
He knows it.
No, but the way you came, it's not fine. Usually you come with some energy, Today you came and you were like mobo miti baby. Hey, you know what? Let's start cut today now. All right, so away from all of that, Mutala,
it is
talk
well.
to me about the magistrates.
It is well. Yes, it
who
is
was
well.
sworn
Yes,
in
it is well.
beautifully.
So last year we realized that there were some elevations made within the bench, the hierarchy of the courts. We have the district courts, circuit courts, high courts, court of appeal, and the Supreme Court. So we have seen some people, some judges from the Court of Appeal move to the Supreme Court. We have seen some judges from the High Court moved to the Court of Appeal. And we have seen some judges from the Circuit Court moved to the High Court. And then now, the space or the vacancy left by those who moved from the Circuit Court to the High Court ought to be filled.
Right.
So last week, some 52 magistrates from the district courts and 12 additional lawyers, 10 private legal practitioners were elevated to the Circuit Court to become Circuit Court judges. So what it means, therefore, is that the magistrates at the district court, there's a void there, there's a vacancy there.
Right.
And that one will also have to be filled at the right time. So on last week, 52 new judges were put on the Circuit Court bench. And out of the 52 that I mentioned, 40 of them were magistrates. And then 12 are private legal practitioners who went through the mail, who applied, and then after the screening, after the scrutiny, they made the cut. So they were sworn in. And then, of course, as you can see on the screen, very beautiful and colorful ceremony. It's all about the week, when the week is. The times that you see the weeks, so many, plenty of this nature, most days when it is the time for call to the bar. But of course, the gathering that you are seeing, family members, judges, in fact, justices of the Supreme Court were there in their numbers. I saw Justice Lovely Johnson. I saw Justice Esenyo Jamefe. I saw Justice Kwekutewia Akabuafo. I saw Justice Dennis Dominic Eje. I saw Justice Philip Wright Mensah, and a host of them, also Court of Appeal judges. All of them were present at this particular forum to throw their support. Some of them, they are students that pass through their hands. Some of them are lawyers that visit their court every now and then. And family members came in, support them, and was so colorful. And you know, one interesting thing about an occasion like this, immediately after, it's all about the pictures, it's all about the interactions, it's all about the moment to celebrate one person and all of that. So now, they have the opportunity now to go to the Court of Appeal, the Circuit Court bench to also make themselves proud. And the Chief Justice, Justice for Bafuboni, has been making the point that, look, your promotion, your elevation was properly thought through. Your patience to wait to get to this particular point in time, it is well deserving. However, the higher you go, the tougher their job becomes. So the situation at the district court will not be the same at the circuit court. And so when you go there, make sure that the decisions that you take are decisions that are well reasoned, because they have effects on families, on lives, and businesses. Let's hear from the Chief Justice, Paul Bafuboni.
For the fair and proper.
As you transition from the role of advocate to that of an impartial arbiter, I urge you to remember that judicial authority is not asserted through eloquence or persuasion, but through restraint, fairness, and fidelity to the law. The decisions you make will shape lives, families, businesses, and communities. You must therefore approach your work with humility, diligence, and an unwavering sense of responsibility.
Justice Paul Bafuboni advising the new judges. He is saying that, look, make sure that your decisions, it's not about you being so eloquent. It's about the reasoned decisions that you come out with, so that
Absolutely.
the end effect will have a lasting impact. Don't take decisions that would negatively. And when I'm within the bench, one thing that you wouldn't want to do as a judge is to have your decisions reversed anytime you take them. So make sure that you have a reasoned decision so that it will stand the test of time at any stage where a party decides to challenge it and all that. So that is from the Chief Justice. But guess who was there? The president of the Ghana Bar Association, Mrs. Ifwagati. She was there and she made the point that, look, an event like this is so beautiful, it's so colorful, but the body, the bar as a body, will always be on hand to lend support to the judges.
For the fair and proper administration of justice, it is of the utmost importance that the sanctity and integrity of the court and its judges are preserved to enable them to function, to perform their constitutional and judicial functions peacefully.
The Ghana Bar Association President, Mrs. Ifwagati, also giving a word to the new judges and all of that. But at this particular point in time, the judges will also have to speak. Somebody will have to say something on behalf of the new members. And guess what? At all material times, when opportunity of this nature comes, especially when it has to do with the bench, the most senior will be the one to talk. And Kofi Owusu-Sechere, who was transitioning from his honor, his worship to his honor, had the opportunity to accept the opportunity given them on behalf of his colleagues.
To stand on all existing protocols. We are most grateful for the honor done us. We grateful accept the duty reposed on us and promise to work harder than before. To our family and friends and loved ones, we thank you all for your presence here. God bless you all.
As the transition from his worship, her worship, to his honor or her honor.
Right.
So from the district court, you are, if you're a male, his worship. If you're a female, her worship. Now go to the circuit court, now you become her honor or his honor. So once you hear these titles, his honor, her honor, automatically it gives you an idea
of where,
about the stage of that particular judge or that particular person and all of that. So that is it for the swearing in of the new judges to the court.
Talk to me about the red people who come to court clad in red, Yentio, Yempene, DVL and Vimac. Where are we?
At some point in time, I'm going to ask you a question. The DVLA, in fact, Verma is asking me to ask you a question on their behalf, of them, and I'll ask you that question. But on Friday, the High Court was expected to hear a motion, and that motion is for an interlocutory injunction seeking to restrain the DVLA from going ahead to implement a policy or a new initiative which seeks to digitalize the enforcement process or the enforcement system. They are making the point, VEMAG, who is the Vehicle Association of Ghana, are making the point that at this particular point in time, the initiative that DVLA intend to implement this year would render a lot of its members jobless. And so that is the point that they are seeking to fight. So on Friday, after they had appeared in court twice already, the court was expected to hear that interlocutory injunction. Then it came to the fore that Original Manufacturers and Endorsement Company Limited, a new plaintiff has emerged. And who are they? They are the contractor that DVLA has assigned or has identified to be the entity to work on this particular initiative or digitalized initiative. They say that what is before the court, they have vested interest and they cannot sit down for the matter to go on without they being part of it. So they filed a motion for joinder. And the first time that we have heard this particular one was the very first election petition where the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2012 election that went into 20 election petition that the NDC filed a motion that we want to be joined to the action. And that's what the first time we heard. Personally, I heard the term joinder motion and all of that. So yes, the court, after its attention was brought to the fact that there's this motion from original manufacturers seeking to be joined to the action, but the plaintiff's lawyer raised that issue and then makes the point that they do not have any objection to the manufacturer or the contractor wanting to join. DVLA also say that they do not also have any objection to their request to join the action before the court. The court said that there be no opposition to the request or to the application for joinder. Then lawyers of manufacturers, the contractor, be given the opportunity to moved it, and then the court granted that request. So instead of the interlocutory injunction being heard on Friday, the court said that once we have a new party, and now the contractor is now the second defendant to this particular action. So now the first one, the plaintiff, Vermont, and 26 adults. Then the first defendant is DVLA, and then the second defendant down becomes the contractor in this particular matter. So instead of hearing the interlocutory injunction, the court said the processes will have to be served on the new party, the second defendant, because they were just joined, so that on Friday the parties will come to court and the interlocutory injunction will be heard. Moments after, Kodjo Bruce Kwanzaa, who speaks for the Vermont or the plaintiff, has this message.
The DVLA boss, who is Julius Corte, is saying that he has not issued any contract since he came to office. And at the same time saying that he came to meet a contract in the office when he assumed office. So now the contract is down before the court. So the judge is going to look at the contract and then see if there's any merit. But in any case, we are not even concerned with the contract that is before the court. We are embossers. We are not manufacturers. The contract before the court is for manufacturers.
Yes, so that is Kodjo Bruce Kwanzaa speaking on behalf of the plaintiffs after the case was adjourned. But he asked me to ask you a question. He said, what is their crime? I should ask you and Ghanaian, what is their crime? You have an answer for me?
I don't have any challenge with them. I don't even know them. I don't have any business dealings with them. Yes.
Okay, so let's hear from Kodjo Bruce Kwanzaa asked you that question.
We want to ask Ghanaians, what is our crime? We have always been obedient to government and the DVLA. We have paid our taxes regularly. We have never been involved in any scandal. We have always been loyal. Successive governments have come and gone. We have always been loyal. So now, what is our crime? That our jobs are all of a sudden being taken away from us.
Yes, so for them, their concern is that this initiative, when implemented, it is going to render a lot of their
thousands
members
of them
absolutely jobless. And that is what they are fighting for. That is the reason they are in court. And they are asking you what exactly is their crime, because they are been law abiding, they've been following everything.
I guess that's why they are in court. Yes, court will determine whether they have committed any crime or not. You and I here cannot necessarily determine those ones. So once they are in court, they will get to know their fate.
Especially when the matter is sub judice. It means that they have to be very careful.
Absolutely. But what should we be looking forward to?
Chairman Wuntumi. Bernard entry Boisiako.
Clack it.
And that is the sign you are always going to see many times, because every now and then when he comes to court, he makes that point when he's leaving the premises of the law court complex, when he's even entering the premises of the law court, whether he's arriving or he's leaving. But today, what is expected to happen in this case is that this is the leg of the case that has to do with assigning mineral rights without permit from the minister at the time, and so pleaded not guilty. The trial has started. Prosecution is calling 4 witnesses, and guess what? Today will be the 4th time that the court, when the trial started, in fact, 5th time, I might say, and we have the 3rd prosecution witness in the witness box. And guess who is in the witness box? The investigator in the matter is the one testifying at this particular point in time. So Deputy Attorney General, who is leading the prosecution of this case, will be in court. Lawyers of Chairman GHOne, led by Andy Apiakubi, will be in court. And the witness who has started already, in fact, he's done with his evidence in chief. And his evidence in chief was in the form of a witness statement that was brought to the court, identified, and then it was adopted. It came with some exhibit, caution statement, investigations, exhibits, and all of that were retrieved or that were identified during the course of the investigation. All of them were tendered before the court presided over by Justice Audrey Kokovite, and the witness in the matter, or in this case, the investigator who is testifying, is Detective Inspector Safo Esiedu, is the investigator and the 3rd prosecution witness. So it tells you that this very case, the trial is going very, very fast, and if all things be equal, according to the timeline that the court has given, as per the case management conference, then we should expect in no time. We should expect prosecution concluding on their evidence before the court, and then the court would then have to make a determination, one, as to whether the threshold has been met for Chairman GHOne to open his defense by way of submission of no case, and if the threshold is met by prosecution to say that on the face of the evidence or the evidence or testimonies of prosecution witness, a case has been made, which is a prima facie case, then Chairman GHOne will be invited to open his defense, as the court has already asked him to file the list of potential witnesses that he intends to call and all of that. So today we'll be in court, and this and some of the cases that we would also chance on and all of that.
Mutala, thank you so much. And you know what? Just stay with me, because let's welcome Jones ADZI. And he's bringing us the sports. So the agenda today.
Is it the reason why some people will not go to So what is
it? Jones, you come here. Hey, give them, show them, give them, show them. AJ.
You see, when Punya scored a goal, he was dancing a last dance. Take your team. Hold your team. Hold your team.
Hey,
Charlie,
why do this to Mutala?
Manchester United.
The Red Devils.
Manchester United. You see, no, hold on, wait. Last week, I told him that we don't play. I told him that we'll beat him and beat him well. You know what? Let me tell you, we have someone wants to say hi to him. But Manchester United, we beat them yesterday. Mutala could not sleep.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Mutala, today it's like the show is for you. We have a surprise for you.
Listen.
We have a surprise for you on Zoom.
Yes.
And joining us is El Antamias Papanko.
Wait. You cannot Lantam has a saying. Lantam says something that anytime anytime Arsenal see a trophy, they have probability.
You know what? Hold on. Jones, hold on. Lantam, good morning to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well.
Mutala, how are you feeling this morning? Have you eaten?
You don't expect me to respond to you. You don't expect me to respond to you.
Mutala, he's behind you. Speak to him there.
What are you doing here?
Okay, Mutala, he's behind Jones. He's behind Jones.
He's confused. The man is confused.
And that is what is
It's
supposed
a
to
lie.
happen.
You see, wait, look at him. He can't even hold his jersey.
No.
Oh, no, he was just hanging it.
He can't hold it.
Yes.
We are.
You are what?
Mutala, he's back.
He's
Lantam
back.
is back for you.
He's back. He's back.
Lantam.
Uh-huh.
So by the dint of
Useless team. I'm asking you a question. Have you eaten? I want you to give me an answer.
I don't blame
Have
you. I
eaten
blame
this morning?
Ateta.
Have you eaten this morning?
I blame Ateta and the
After we
boys.
gave you that
And a kind of
demolition. In
football.
fact, it was a demolition because we had to give you one extra goal.
Yes, we scored an own goal.
We didn't do anything on the pitch.
Oh,
We
but
couldn't do anything.
your first goal was also a gift,
I
isn't
want
it?
to
What
ask
gift?
you,
Your first
why
goal
did
was a
you
That one
gift.
is confusing.
want to
No, your first goal
It's
was a gift.
confusing.
But
confusing.
if your goal was a
Listen,
confusion, what about mine?
Listen.
A team that always says that they are going to win the league. Oh, this team will
Oh,
win.
but Lantam,
Wait, listen.
we are four
Listen.
clear ahead of everybody.
Listen. Oh, okay.
We are four clear
you are
ahead
still-
of
you are still
everybody.
winning the league.
They are saying that all these things that they are saying, and I'm happy that an Arsenal is making Manchester United
You see,
feel so.
listen,
You see,
listen.
Balantam is doing something this one I don't like. Like
Yeah.
Manchester United fans, is that how you are? You drive and do zoom.
You, they will find
You
it
drive
so-
and do zoom, then you are not stable.
No.
You are not even
They will
stable.
find it. And then what
We are back. You see, let me tell you something. Yesterday, we took Arsenal 2023 December was the last time Arsenal conceded 3 goals. Manchester United, we did that against them. They never saw it coming. They said that when we beat Man City, it was a fluke. It was a fluke. We are Manchester United. Don't play with us. We are not your size.
We say that.
Let me tell you, hold on.
Congratulations
Casemiro
to-
Casemiro has 5 Champions League trophies.
Let me-
If he decides to give 2 to Arsenal, Arsenal don't have any Champions League.
They should
If
take
he
it.
decides,
They should-
if he
they should
decides
take
to
it.
give 2
Keep
to Arsenal,
it.
Arsenal cannot have. He will even have more than Arsenal because he has 5. Arsenal, you
Joshua
don't
Kodjo
have,
Mensah.
anytime,
Ask yourself.
wait,
yourself.
hold on.
No, let me talk.
Wait, you talk. You
When?
talk.
Let me talk.
Anytime Arsenal is near a trophy, Lantam says that they have Coco Bilibili. Do you know how Coco Bilibili is? Then so if this is a trophy, if they're getting it, they can't pick it. That's what's happening to
All
Arsenal.
right, so you know, Lantam, Mutala has a word for you. Mutala, Lantam is right behind you. Talk to him.
I am so disappointed in Manchester United fans.
Ah.
But I don't blame them because Arsenal has sat on their happiness for how long? For a very long time.
In what way?
And when he's speaking,
In what way?
He said that when was the
In
last
what
he
way?
said,
Wait,
well, how many
in
matches?
what way? In
He
what
said how
way?
many
Wait,
matches?
wait. What-
No, you
when
were
you
even
mean-
dancing
when
and
you
said
mean
that
happiness?
the
When
last
you mean
time,
happiness?
the last time
In the
the
last
club
6 years.
put
Wait, in the last
3
6
goals
years.
in Arsenal net.
In the last 6
You were
years.
counting.
Hold on. In the last 6 years, how many trophies have you won? In the last 6 years, how many trophies have you won?
So yesterday you won a trophy.
No, you say happiness.
No,
What's the happiness?
yesterday you won a trophy.
No, I'm asking you that in the last 6
Yesterday
years,
you beat
what's
me
the
3-2.
happiness? Okay, wait.
That offered you the trophy.
Wait, and I'm asking you that. So what do you mean? What do you
You
term
beat
happiness?
me, and I
What do you
said
term
that I am
happiness?
These are the men you need to avoid.
Are you going to
Avoid
win the
such men.
I
You're
am
talking
winning the
about
league.
You are going to win the league.
Arsenal
Are
and
you
stuff,
winning?
and they don't have
But
time
you
for
will win the
you.
league.
I'm winning. Arsenal, I said,
All right, so Lantam, thank you so much for seeing Mutala this morning.
like that, when you see me run,
You passed by his office. You passed by his office this morning and deal with him. All right, so Mutala, Charlie, I don't even I don't envy him today. But you know what? Jones is here, so let's do the sports. So the Manchester supporting Jones ADZI, who is doing Kokoti 247 this morning. Jones,
Yeah.
good morning.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You have a sickness?
No, nothing to my shoulders. Nothing to my shoulders. My shoulders are fine. We are fine. We are Manchester United. Next time, put some respect. Put some respect to the name. Good morning to all Manchester United fans. Arsenal fans, there are levels to this. So that's the highlights there. It's very important that we watch the highlights. Mutala did not get to see some of the goals clearly. But then, this is how Manchester United beat Arsenal yesterday. In fact, Arsenal got the first goal, own goal. The ball went off Lisandro Martinez. And then, Arsenal were confused. So they dashed Man United a goal. Brian Mbeumo got it, beat the goalkeeper. That's box X to think base. If you play FIFA, you know. You box X. So he got onto the ball, one touch, box X. The keeper is on the floor, and then he gets a goal. Look at that. The keeper slips, and then Chale Wadakra. Then United show superiority. 1-2. Brilliant 1-2 from Bruno Fernandes and Patrick Dorgu. Look at that goal. That's a left back. A left back playing as a winger. Oh my goodness. And he hit it so sweetly that the best team in the Premier League could not understand. And Patrick Dorgu so obviously got that. Arsenal, good at corner kicks. They got an equalizer from a corner kick. It was a bit scrappy here and there. But then, eventually, the goal was given for Arsenal. And United obviously had a final say with this beautiful goal. We are Manchester United. Look at the space given to Cunha and look at the goal. Yes, people are in the studio shouting, ooh, that is it. We are Manchester United. So, that was the game. Congratulations to United fans. In fact, big shout out to all Manchester United fans in Ghana. We are back. And they will see something. A big shout out to all United fans in Adenta as well. We are back. That's why I watched the game yesterday, Charlie. We are outside. Let's look at some of the results from the English Premier League. West Ham United beat Sunderland 3-1. Burnley and Spurs played out a 2-2 draw. Fulham beats Brighton 2-1. Manchester City beat Wolves 2-0. Antoine Semenyo. Yes, Semenyo was in action and he got a goal for Man City. Bournemouth also beat Liverpool. Yes, how things are looking like on the table. Arsenal are first still, 50 points. Man City second, 46 points. Aston Villa third, 46 points. Manchester United are fourth with 38 points. The rest doesn't matter. Director, we can move on to the Ghana Premier League. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they had a glorious victory. They beat Basagoli Stars 3-0. Yes, Accra Suffolk also had a 3-0 win there. Let's end off with the Australian Open because the likes of Coco Golf, they've moved on to the next round of the Australian Open. And then, of course, Coco Golf, Pegula, as well as Anisimova and Rabakina all have moved to the quarterfinals of the Australian Open. And for the men's edition, well, there's one game today. Yannick Sinner would also be in action. The game has actually started, and then there's Ben Shelton taking on Rude today at 9:10 a.m. So join us for the game at 1 p.m. We'll give you all the highlights and reactions from the weekend, especially Manchester United beating Arsenal. I am Jones ADZI, and of course, the outside.
It's okay, now you can go outside, literally. So Jones ADZI with the sports chat. We'll take a breather or return with the breakfast review segment. Now time to bring it to you at home, and welcome aboard. This is the breakfast review segment of GH today. I am Joshua Kodjo Mensah. My guests are here, Michael Donyina Mensah. He's the executive director of Center for Public Opinion and Awareness. Now, they have also released some polls that have to do with the MPP's flag bearer elections slated for this Saturday. We'll get into the details of that. Mohammmed is also here. He's a member of the NPP's communications team, and Dr. Samiaya, he is a presidential staffer. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're doing very well.
Yeah,
I can tell us for a while. I know he's so busy. He doesn't have time at all because a few days the party would have to decide who gets to be the leader for the 2028 elections. But how have you been doing?
Well, we're still coping. You know, we are in opposition, so...
Oh, for how long? When people say that, I don't understand. Though. How long have you been in opposition?
Opposition is very, very difficult. And again, there are a lot of things that when you are in government, you'll be able to do. In opposition, you are not able to do. You see, it's not really about what you even get in your pocket, but there are some strings that you want to pull. You can't pull when you are in. Even national service posting becomes problem.
Okay. Michael, how are you doing?
I've been doing great.
Yeah, the last time you were here, you touched on the fact that, yes, you were coming out with some polls. Now we've seen it.
Right.
Quite interesting figures there. And we'll be getting to the details of that shortly as well. Doc, welcome again.
Thank you very much.
You are not in opposition.
Oh, no, we are in government.
So yours is different from ours?
We are good as many Ghanaians are presently. There are many Ghanaians who are benefiting from the initiatives and improvements in the Ghanaian economy. The very fundamental things that affect the lives of the Ghanaian people.
Right.
They are benefiting from it. I'm also benefiting from it. And I hope and pray that going forward, things will be even more better. So that at the end of the day, we can all agree that the government of the day has delivered on its promises. The president has delivered on the mandate given him. And I mean, generally, we are all hoping to see that things will be better.
But you mentioned about things improving, but your colleagues from the MPP say no. The macro indicators, yes, they're pointing in the right direction, but they can't feel it in their pockets.
You and I know that is, I mean, it is a palpable lie. It is one of the things and strategies the MPP have been using to, distract the people of Ghana. My brother Awa here, before he got here, I saw his car keys. He bought fuel at 9 Ghana cedis, 90 pesos per liter. When they were in Ghana, he was buying it at 16 Ghana cedis. You cannot buy fuel at 9 cedis, 90 pesos, and come and sit here and say that things are not better. You understand?
Right.
And so those things, they are political gimmicks, they say, in order to chip in away at the plaudits the president and the government is taking. And the people of Ghana are aware of it. You, as you sit here, you heard so many people on social media commending the president's reduction in import duties that were 100,000 Ghana cedis. Today are doing about 60,000 Ghana cedis. A bag of maize, 1,300 Ghana cedis, now 500 Ghana cedis. Many shopping centers, marketplaces, prices of iron rods have reduced a ton from 9,500 to 7,000. Everybody, I mean, hold on. Let me make my point. Let me make my point. Yeah. You people have gone to do analysis in some press conference, and I saw the picture. You were the host. You went and sat somewhere and said that the CD is down, dollar is down, yes. Inflation is down, but things are still hard. Before he went there, he went to boat fuel at 9 Ghana cedis, 90 pesos. But he says things are hard. You see, as government or as politicians, we are not allowed to exaggerate the things we do for the people. At the very least, they are mundane. They are things we are supposed to do for the people. But when there are obvious facts that you can attest to, you cannot go and mount podiums and claim that they are not there. Do you know that Guta was summoned by the Trades Committee of Parliament? And they were asking them why are people saying things are not down. And they brought a list of over 4,000 items that have reduced. I've mentioned some of them to you.
Right.
A bag of maize, iron rods. In fact, they are companies. There was a company called GHOne Company, something. What did they put out? They said that because of the appreciation of the cedi and how the economy has strengthened, they are transferring some of the benefits to the people of Ghana. So people should come and buy from them. They have reduced their prices. You can Okadeco, Electromat, many items have reduced across the country. That's not to say you cannot do more. Of course, there can be more. We'll do more, but we have to be very honest with ourselves. That fundamentally, there are key things that we used to buy that are down now, and we must acknowledge and encourage the government to do more. So when MPP goes to man platforms and do press conferences, and even in the full glare of the public, that everybody knows things have gone down, they go and say that things are not down. In one breath, they say that, NDC has not implemented anything. They are continuing the policies of the MPP. In another breath, they say that things are not better, things are bad. You understand? Meanwhile, you were the same people that ran away from responsibility. You recall that in 2022, President Kufuor, when they asked him, what are you doing about the economy? What did he say? He said that he is waiting for the next person who inherits him to manage the economy better. That's what the president said. Our boss, Dr. Baumia, on the 7th of February 2024, he went and mounted a platform at UPSA and said that decisions of the economic management team, which he held and told this country that it was the best thing that ever happened to this country. When they advise cabinet does not take it. So when Dr. Baumia advises President Kufuor, President Kufuor doesn't take it. You run away from responsibility. When another government comes in only 1 year, and things begin to get better, you want to take part of that progress. What kind of political chameleonism is this? You understand? So we must not encourage those conversations. We want to promise the people of Ghana that we will do more. President Mohammmed said it yesterday when he went to church. He said that 2026 we will consolidate what we have done, and we will surprise the whole world that Ghana will be the poster boy for economic transformation.
Because he mentions that even with the IMF and the World Bank, it looks like Ghana has become a very good example.
You know, it is part of our second topic.
Yes.
I believe that.
In fact,
but we have started already. That's what we are talking.
So I should continue. No, that's what
so these are your prelims.
This is prelims. This is prelims. You understand? So I don't know whether we should continue.
Oh, no. We are
so the president said it. You understand? If you look at Fitch did a rating.
Yes.
And they said that by the end of 2025, Ghana will end the year with an exchange rate of 15 Ghana cedis. What did we end the year with? An interbank rate of about 10.6, 10.4 Ghana cedis. We did better than what many others predicted. I have in my hand the IMF staff level agreement between the government of Ghana and IMF on 3rd December 2024, 4 days before the election. This is it. I don't know whether your cameras can pan on it. When you read page 8 of it, it is clear that the government of Ghana at the time agreed with the IMF and projected that after 2024, we should expect a GDP growth of about 5%. After 2024, that's 2025, we should expect a GDP growth of 5%. The government did 6.3%.
That's not correct.
Let me make my point.
No, you see,
you have to be respectful.
Okay. Yeah.
You have an election on Saturday.
So I'll just
listen
take note
to me
of
and let me make my
those
point.
for me.
Let me make my point.
Right.
Page 8 of the IMF staff level agreement is there. I can send it to you.
It's the second quarter.
They projected. Let me make my point.
It's the second quarter.
Let me make
it's a
my
quarter.
point.
Okay. Yes.
They projected end of year inflation of about 8 to 10%. What did we do? We did 5.4%. Better than what we projected. They projected import cover of 3 months. We did 4 to 5 months. Do you know that our international reserves, they projected that at the middle of 2026, we will get to the threshold. We did that by the end of 2025. In fact, if you read the document, the MPP went and agreed with them that by the end of 2024, the MPP that claimed that we are continuing what they did, by the end of 2024, they will end with an inflation of 18%. it ended up disastrously for them. They ended with 23.8% before we came into government. So all the international rating agencies and the projection the government itself at the time and IMF entered into, the NDC government of President John Dramani Mahama did far better than what we projected. That's why the president said that the whole world are even shocked and are happy about the quick turnaround of the NDC government in just 1 year. And what did we do? We've not even gone on the Eurobond market. Fiscal consolidation. We are living within our means as a country. We read the 2025 budget with a reduced expenditure of about 10 billion. Moved the debt to GDP ratio from the 61% we inherited. Now we are doing about 41%. Our national debt has reduced from 726 billion to about 620 billion just because of the gains we made in our currency. Look at fuel, where we got it, what we met and where we have it now. So the MPP's claim and their propaganda that we have not done anything exceptional and that it is just by happenstance, it's just by a chance that we are seeing what we see.
The fruits of the hard work they put in place.
What was their hard work? Their hard work ended us in domestic debt exchange program that wiped out the middle class. Is that the hard work they put in? Their hard work made sure that our national debt had skyrocketed from 120 billion to 720 billion. Their hard work at the time ended up in debt to GDP ratio of over 104%. Hyperinflation of 54%. That is the record of their hard work. What have we done in 1 year? We've turned the corner, changed the economic fortunes of this country.
Right.
Without any press conference. Just by fiscal consolidation, living within our means. We are not living a champagne life on an appetizer budget. You understand the point I'm making? We are living within our means.
Right. And that's what has accounted for what we see.
Yes, policy rate from 28% to 18%, treasury bills for over 28%. We are doing about 10 point something percent.
What?
And today, people are extremely happy about the economic gains we've made in just a year. So,
okay.
Look, we will not exaggerate what we have done. We think that we even had the opportunity to do more. From 2026, the people of Ghana will see. And we've done all our major programs. The 120 days social contract that we promised the people of Ghana, we've done almost all.
Almost.
And benefit. Oh, what have we not done?
He said the key word is almost. Not to say
yes, list them. Or you can listen for me. I can read to you for the hearing of our.
But Doc, you even admitted that you've done almost all.
Yeah, you see, the point is that.
And he says the key word is almost.
You see, the point is that we have to be honest. We have to be honest when we are having debates. President Mahama promised the people of Ghana. President Mahama said that he will do a code of conduct. Didn't he do it? We've done it. President Mahama said that he will have a national economic dialogue. Didn't we do it? Did we not benefit from it? He said he will cancel e-levy, betting tax, emissions levy, COVID-19 levy. He will do a VAT reforms. Have we done that or not? Have we not done a VAT reforms?
Yes.
We've cancelled e-levy, betting tax, emissions levy, COVID-19 that the MPP imposed on us. President Mahama said he will do no academic fee policy. Have we done it or not? Yes. Over 152,000 Ghanaian students have benefited from it. President Mahama said he will do free tertiary education for persons with disability. Have we done it or not? We've done it. We've launched it. They will benefit from it. President Mahama said he will do Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Mahama Cares. Have we done it or not? Yes, we've done it. As we speak, our salaries as appointees, this month, they are deducting 30%. February, 30%. March, 40% to support Mahama
I was
Cares.
talking about within the 100.
No.
The social
Yes. And that's what I'm mentioning. Have we done free sanitary pad projects? We've done it. This year, the education minister tells us that 12 million sanitary pads will be produced. 2025, we did over 6 million to the benefit of 2 million young girls. A GHOne rap program, national apprenticeship program, 1 million coders program. Have we not done it? Yes. President Mahama said he will ban illegal mining in forest reserves. Have we not done it? Yes. We reclaimed over 9 forest reserves that were taken by bandits. Tree for Life program, Blue Water Initiative, Gold Board. Have we not established it? Don't we know that in 2020?
I'm not saying.
Let me
say within the 120 days.
He did this. President Mama did it. President Mama has done it. President Mama has done all of those things.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
Even if it was past the 120 days. So I'm talking about the 120 days.
Tell me.
So he's talking about the duration.
Yes.
That these things will be achieved within the 4 months
but
period.
let's just keep it. Let him end so that I will not give him more time.
Okay. Please. All the things I've mentioned, which of them didn't we do in our 120 days?
We are past the 120 days, and I will not
let
be
me
interested.
make my point.
I don't want to sway the discussion.
You are not
Let's
able
proceed.
to tell me which
Let's
of
proceed.
them. So you cannot deny the fact
and Doug, be
that
London for me as I
done, and he has even done more than that.
Okay.
As far as all our initiatives are concerned, so we are on course. We are open to criticisms, suggestions. We will do more, and I believe that at the end of the day, the people of Ghana will know that the NDC is completely worlds apart from the MPP.
You had quite a number of things to debunk from what
I'm
Doug said.
telling you. He bandied figures around, and I think we will have to cross-check, especially because I know you have able production team that will do that. Good morning to our cherished viewers, and thank you so much for the opportunity. Dr. Baumia is in the Ashanti region. We're finishing up in Ashanti region, so today he will be in Offenso North, Offenso South, Chumam, Webiaja. Then he will end in Bantama in the evening. Yesterday he was in Mensah South, and the overwhelming support that he is receiving from Ashanti region. We will win Ashanti region as we did in 2023, inshallah. So let me just say this. But you see, my brother says I bought the fuel at 16 when we're living in 2024, but today it is 9.99. This is a palpable falsehood, because when we're living on the 6th of January, oil was doing 14.7. Oil was doing 14.7 per liter. Today, oil, some are doing 10.99. Others are doing 9.9.
Yeah.
And those doing 9.9 are few. That's a challenge.
So you agree that there's 9.9?
They have 440 outlets across the country. Those who are doing 10.99 are almost twice the number of those who are doing this one. Because you see, it is only 150 outlets that are doing the 9.99. 150. Oh, you can check it on GHOne website. You understand? They have mentioned, and they have even listed. For instance, when you're going to Kumasi, because I shuttle between Kumasi and Accra. Yeah. When you're going to Kumasi, you get the 9.99 in Nkoko. Beyond Nkoko, the only place you will get the 99 will be at Kentin Chrono. But you have about 8 outlets between that stretch. You don't even get it. When you go to my area, Efijase, there are 2 from Ejiso. You have 3 oil stations. They are not part of the 9.99.
Because we were told by GHOne that indeed some selected stations will be doing 9.99.
Will be doing 99 because they even mentioned all the places and so on. So this is the first time we are seeing this. Is it not surprising? So is this a reset? We know that if it is 1 city here, it should be 1 city over there.
Yes.
But under NDC, you can see that some people are doing the same outlet, and they are doing different things. So that is 1. 2 is that, you see, my brother said a lot of things that he said, well, there are reduction, inflation is low, CD is also doing very well.
Yes.
And we are saying that, well, it is not reflecting on the grounds. And that is true. The reason is that inflation is doing well. Fuel prices have come down to 10 from around 14.7. It is now around 10.5 on average across the country, which is significant reduction.
Yes.
But in 2024, when you're traveling from Kumasi to Accra, the lorry fare was 90 cedis.
Which bus?
The smaller ones, the 2mm.
There are so many.
And the others. No, they are there. You know, but the express bus, 90 cedis. Today it's between 110 and 130.
Evidence.
You understand? It's between 110 and 130.
Evidence.
Now, when you check, usually when there's a reduction in fuel prices, the tripartite meets, so that if there is a reduction or there is even an appreciation of lorry fare and so on, the GPRT together with the transport minister will meet. I can tell you, we have the worst transport minister in decades.
How?
The only time they reviewed the prices in the entire last year was in May. First quarter. Second quarter, he didn't meet them. Third quarter, he didn't meet them. That's the reason today. Lorry fare in 2024 is even better than today. When they were buying 14.99 or 14.7 as fuel per liter, when you're traveling from Accra to Tamale, 300 cedis. Today, it is still 300 cedis VIP. Which is supposed to come down. That's what it's supposed to be.
But government has made that clarion call on the transport operators to...
You don't make clarion call, you make
the
them.
reduction, but they say there are other variables that come to play and not just the fuel prices.
Oh, so then it means we are not seeing the cedi dollar appreciation. Because they are telling you that it's the spare parts that they import. And the spare parts are expensive now.
But they imported them at the when the dollar was selling around 14.
That's why I'm saying that. So that is why I told you earlier that indeed these variables can be seen.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the Ghanaian is becoming worse off by the day. Those who are really getting the appreciation are some of us, the middle class.
So you agree that you get appreciation?
Oh, you see, if I buy fuel 14.99 and today I am buying it at 10 cedis.
So it's good for you.
It's good for me, but it's not good for the common person.
That's the most important.
You understand? Because you see, now the lorry fare, those who do not use private cars are worse off. It's the reason the woman selling plantain cannot reduce the plantain because the lorry fare is still high. Today, there is even a problem in this country. I am not very old, but in my entire life, this is the first time I'm seeing for 2 weeks continuous, people are queuing to even get a trotro to work. We have a crisis. This is the time that the fuel is down. They have not also reduced the prices of the fares, yet the cars are not on the road for people to even commute with. That's the reality of the Ghanaian. Again, things are down, yes. Dollar is down. But worker salary under Akufo-Addo, we did 30% in 2023, 25% in 2024. Under the reset government, they did 10% in 2025, 9% in 2024. Electricity, under Akufo-Addo, we did cumulatively 6.4% in 2024. Water, cumulatively 2.3%. Today, under the reset government, that everything is down, they have done 28% on electricity.
In how many years?
1 year. Within 1 year, 28%.
That's a lie.
Within 1 year, 28% on electricity. On water, 19.4% just within 1 year.
These comparisons actually do mean nothing, especially with the inflation at that
Why
time.
are you so jittery?
Relax on you.
He spoke for 18 minutes. We gave him time. I've just spoken for 2 minutes. And you are just
I like your calculation of 2 minutes.
Yes. I'll get him.
So that is it.
Relax.
They have done so today. Under Akufo-Addo, if I am to buy 100 cedis worth of electricity that can last for 1 month, today I have to buy 128 cedis. I'll give you all the quarterly breakdown. I have it here. So you see, it is true that the dollar has come down.
Yeah.
The cedi, we have inflation. And he mentioned that, well, they were projecting inflation to do 18, but we ended 2023. I don't know what he's talking about. I have CTFM online here. We said Ghana to end 2025 with single-digit inflation of 8%. IMF projects. The inflation, I'm coming. The International Monetary Fund has projected that the end of year single-digit inflation of 8% for Ghana for 2025, and this is April 18, 2024.
And we did what?
And you ended up with 5.4. You understand?
Better than
but when you look at the yearly average, 2025 was not a single-digit inflation year. You started with 23 and ended up with 5. It ended 11.9. That was the average inflation of 2025, 11.9. Now, he mentioned that GDP growth. I am happy that I don't speak to. I speak to data from Atuforsin. Paragraph 104 of the 2025 budget read by Atuforsin. Mr. Speaker, provisional 2024 GDP statistics published by Ghana Statistical Service on 10th March 2025 shows that overall real GDP growth of 2024 was 5.7. This is paragraph 104 of Atuforsin's manifesto, that in 2024 our GDP grew by 5.7 overall GDP. Now in 2026 budget, paragraph 52 of the 2026 budget, Atuforsin reported that overall real GDP growth was 4.0. He picked a GDP growth of 5.7 and ran it down to 4.0. And you're telling me that he has done well. Again, you see, when you compare our 1 year in 2017 with their 1 year today, you know that indeed Atuforsin is incompetent. Yes. In 2017 when we came, we also inherited an IMF program, right? The economy grew 3.4%. In 2027 end year, we grew 9.2%. In 2017, when we came, we recruited 30,000 nurses and teachers. We paid arrears of teachers, those who worked for 3 years and were paid for 3 months. We paid their arrears, everything, by April. We paid everything. Today, Atuforsin did not employ a single teacher or a nurse in 2025, the entire 2025. Those who had even worked for 1 year, he paid them 1 month. Atuforsin social expenditure in 2025 was only on sanitary pad. Dr. Akufo-Addo in 2017 had paid free senior high school, had recruited teachers and nurses.
Okay.
You understand? In 2017, when we came, we did 0% tariff increase on electricity and water. In 2017, that is 2017, 2018, we even did a reduction of 17.5% on electricity. This government that came and told us that they are coming to do 24-hour economy with reduced electricity had done 28% cumulative for 1 year. So when you talk about economic growth, yes, you are engaged in PR. That's what the NDC is engaged in. So you think they are doing well. The government has taken the disposable income of the Ghanaian, and that's the reason. You see, we will run into food shortage if we are not careful.
The food that they say is in abundance now?
Yes.
Reduced prices?
Yes, the reason is that at this point in time in every year, this is when the food prices goes up a little, so that they can get that money and start Tumu and Ejura are still crying that it is down. Government says he will go and buy. Up to now, the government has not been able to really buy all these things. So it is telling you that they will not have the appetite to invest again, because their produce are still there. So this year, you have the food in abundance. But you see, the disposable income of the Ghanaian is gone, because Atuforsin is not spending.
They say they're spending prudently.
He is not even spending.
But you did not spend prudently.
You see, it's not about prudent expenditure. You budgeted 300 million for national apprenticeship program. And you only released 34 million to them in 2025. That is the reason up to now Osman Ayerga has not been able to really put anyone into apprenticeship for the last 1 year. You budgeted 100 million for NEIP. You gave Erigaje 34 million. It is now that he is even doing, he has closed the portal for those who will even access the fund. Meanwhile, the president last year, when he was launching the GHOne program, said, when he was launching the GHOne program, he said, in that year alone, 2025, they will support 10,000 businesses that will create 20,000 businesses.
Right.
But Atufosin didn't give them the money. CapEx, Atufosin didn't even spend up to 50% because he is looking at how to control inflation. Now, the Bank of Ghana has gone into the system to do sterilization. They had taken a lot of money, the disposable income of a Ghanaian, and put it in the Bank of Ghana. In the budget, they reported that they had taken 62 billion in bills and bonds. So those who will have the money to even spend on the food, their money is working for them at Bank of Ghana, so they will not buy the food.
Right.
And that is the problem we're facing in this country. So if you want to see the real economic management, there is a saying that the day that the thought will die, that's when you see the length.
So you believe that the time is coming where we will get to understand exactly where we are as
he should start spending. The test of this economy will be in 2026 when Atufosin starts spending. Because you see, you budgeted 100 million for National CODES program. You didn't even release 1 CD for last year. This year, you still budgeted the same amount. So those who voted for you, anticipating that they will even join the National CODES program, Atufosin reported that they had only 1 million. You said you do 1 million. They had only million.
Okay.
And he's saying that, well, 120 days. 120 days, you said you do CODES. Where are the CODES?
Okay.
120 days, you said you do Women Development Bank.
Yes.
Atufosin budgeted 51 million. The 51 million in the 2026 budget, he never mentioned that he even released 1 CD to the 51 million. Now he is budgeting 401. You haven't fulfilled that promise. Again, COVID-19. You said 120 days. You just took it off in January. And even in January, there are problems because some people went, and I have a slip of someone who brought in a car and COVID-19 is still there.
Okay.
But it has been scrapped off. But it took you 1 year to do that. What happened to the LGBTQ?
Okay.
The Turmuturmuten. What happened? What happened to it?
So that's your time there. Michael, so you made a point earlier that all of these numbers do not necessarily mean anything if we are not really seeing the impact?
Yes, so Joshua, I just want you to also allow me and give me some reasonable amount of time to...
Well, I'm giving everybody... You didn't speak for 12 minutes.
To speak for the ordinary Ghanaian on the street.
Oh, you 5 minutes
because
is enough
I know that
you are not a
when
politician.
these guys are here, you see, the thing is that when you compare mediocrity to mediocrity, it is still mediocrity. I feel that our politicians are not really doing us a favor.
Okay.
And one thing that I've known them to have is a very high level of memory, where they can remember the wrongs that their colleagues did in the past and how their wrong is better than the wrongs that they did. But when it comes to innovation, thinking outside the box and finding real solutions to the problem of Ghana, they are bereft of that talent. It's unfortunate. Let me start from somewhere. I think that Dr. Aye made a very profound statement that they fulfilled their 120-day, the 26
social
promises.
Contract.
Yes, I just want him to know that we appreciate the effort that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama put in fulfilling those promises, but let's call a spade a spade. Some time ago, when we did our analysis, about 52% of those promises were fully fulfilled. And we had I can give you the real figures, and I'll give you some of them. And we have some of them which were partially fulfilled by the end of the 120 days, and there were some of them that were left unfulfilled. I just want to draw his attention to just a few of them that were left unfulfilled, so that he won't say that almost. When you say almost, you mean that it's just left with 1 or 2. But out of the 26, when you have about 6 of them even not touched yet, and about several of them that were partial by the end of the 120 days, you can't make that statement and say that almost. That would be very disingenuous, and it looks like we'll be throwing that into the eyes of Ghanaians. Now, let's talk about the e-levy and the COVID levy. That was not done within the 120 days. That was done far in excess of that 120 days. Now, he said they were going to review taxes and levies on vehicle and equipment imported for industrial and agricultural use. We don't know it. Nothing happened. Yes. They said they were going to review the Customs Amendment Act to lift ban on salvage vehicles. Nothing happened. They said they were going to commence investigation processes to purge the state securities of militia and vigilantism, because they assumed that the previous government drafted their vigilantes and militia people into the security services. No, I'm coming. We said 120 days.
It was done within the 120 days. I can tell you that it has been done.
What was that? How many people were purged? How many people were? What was that?
Was given in. It was made to the public in September. Do you know when it was done?
But that is what you said 120 days. Anyway, I don't want to waste my time on that one. Let me come to my substantive issue. Let me come to my substantive issue. It wasn't done. You see, I think that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the president, recently went and spoke somewhere, and strangely, he was attributing what happened to the grace of God. And that statement was very interesting, because I felt that everybody knew what had happened to this country. For the past 8 years, we all saw what happened to this country. We all saw that what happened to this country was as a result of the wickedness of the then president that we had. Because I feel that the president was very wicked to the people of Ghana. And I'll have my reasons, and I'll tell you why.
We don't even need that.
I'm coming to my point.
You can't tell me what you said. We've lost the elections because of what you perceive.
Let me speak to my point.
But allow him to make his point.
The thing is that we've lost the elections.
Looking at the stature of Nana Akufo-Addo, and what he knew and who he was, I don't think that he was bereft of the knowledge that appointing 120 ministers is something that will put stress.
First thing.
I'm coming.
He ended with 87 ministers.
I am coming. Nobody needed to tell Nana Akufo-Addo that, going on a borrowing spree, you understand, would be injurious to the economy. Even if he didn't know, his economic advisors knew about this. And I know they told him, but he refused. To the point that about 80 of their 137 MPs besieged him and said that, boss, we are drowning. People are suffering. He refused to listen to them. Do you know why he said? He told those MPs that, do you know what, where were you when I was campaigning for power? It was Ken who will tell you.
He never said that.
No, it didn't come up publicly, but I'm telling you. So he rubbished.
You are telling me
I am telling you.
You were not
let them take me on that. He rubbished the position.
You say yes, he was not made part, but he says that's what he knows.
That's what I know. Let me tell you what I know.
It is not true.
Well, that's his point. Let him make points. Okay.
So the thing is that he even refused to listen to the MPs, who are about 60% of the MPs they had, representing a greater majority of the citizens in Ghana. He refused to listen to them. This can only be wickedness, when he knew directly that we were drowning. So let me come back to this point. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama should know that, removing those stresses from the economy would definitely allow it to bounce back. Just removing those stresses from the economy would definitely allow it to bounce back. So I'm not surprised that he has no idea about how this whole new strength in the economy has come by, because for the president to sound like he has no idea that this would have been achieved within this short while.
No, he said that they had projections, and they knew what they were going to do. They didn't know it would get even better than what they had imagined.
Some of us already, the problem that was created was an artificial problem. Some of us knew that once you reduce government expenditure, once you reduce borrowing, some of these things will bounce back to their. So the economy is only bouncing back to what it was supposed to be. What we were suffering was stresses that were put on the economy, and that made us go through that hell. So I'm saying that I attribute it to the wickedness of someone. And it's very unfortunate that in this country, where in the past, presidents or head of states who had caused the nation dearly, some of them even paid with their lives in the past. But we have, because of our democracy, we have a former president who has caused very injurious harm to this country, walking about, freely, and even enjoying some accolades and some accommodations from Ghanaians, because he really caused Ghana. So everything has just bounced back. But my point is that it is early days yet. I feel that it is very early days yet. Why am I saying it's very early days yet? We are still within an IMF program. We are not even spending as much to be able to fulfill much of our campaign promises. So for now, I can only begin to applaud the NDC. Because right now they are only being careful. They are not being active. They are not taking very bold actions. They are only being careful. Right. And how long can you be careful for? I will begin to applaud them. I will begin to applaud them when they come out with ideas, innovative ideas as to how we can begin to fund their campaign promises without going back to the cycle of borrowing, which anybody can do anyway. If all I have to do is to come and borrow money to come and develop my country, how difficult is that? What we want to see that beyond what we are seeing, when this IMF program is over, we want to see develop the country. Because if we are going to go back to that same old cycle, I'm telling you, we are going to end up in the same cycle soup again. Right. And I feel that for now, the talking is just too much. Whatever is happening, let's consolidate it, let's observe it, and see what we can do to improve the lots of Ghanaians. Because if we deceive ourselves and begin to pinch ourselves and feel like, oh, we are on the right track, and then we get to that barrier or roadblock where we are faced with the reality of fulfilling our campaign promises, and then we have to now go borrowing, we have to now start taking certain decisions that would begin to send us back to our past. That would be very unfortunate, because we've seen this before.
Very. Michael Mensah, he is the executive director of Sempoa, and I know Dr. Samia cannot wait to have a bite at this, but we need to cool off small. And let me tell you about MTN Free After One Extra. So for those of you who have been enjoying MTN Free After One, well, the extra is here, providing you more for less. And so what this one does is that you get to speak for 1 full hour uninterrupted, and you get to pay for the first of 10 minutes in that 1 hour. And that's not all. You also get 50 megabytes of data free after your first call every single day. So just dial *550#, that is *550# to subscribe to MTN Free After One Extra. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying on with us here on GH Today. This is the Breakfast Review segment. My guests this morning, Dr. Samiaye, Awal Mohammed, and of course, Michael Donyina Mensah. But let me talk to you briefly about owning a piece of Ghana. Because listen, it's said that the gold we mine here in Ghana, which is ethically mined, is one of the purest you can find on the surface of the earth. So imagine owning a piece of that in artistically crafted jewelry that stands the test of time, jewelry that reflects the authenticity of being Ghanaian, and that's what Gold Board Jewelry brings to the fore. So quickly go to any of their showrooms located across the nation to get your piece of jewelry and own a piece of Ghana. You can find them at Diamond House in Kimbu, Oxford Street in Osu, Taylor Avenue East Legon, Marina Mall in Spintex, Community 11 in Tema, Ampoma Arcade in Kumasi, and the Prempeh International Airport also in Kumasi. You can go to any of these shops and get some Gold Board jewelry. You know that you are authentically Ghanaian and you are also owning a part of our cultural heritage. So, Doc, briefly, because we really ran out of time, so that we can talk about the NPP.
No problem. We have to be honest. Our says that the fuel is in 9 point some places 10 Ghana cedis. 10 Ghana cedis and 16 Ghana. Which one is better?
Oh, I mentioned that
please,
better.
You are benefiting from it. So let me make my point.
Didn't I say
that when they were leaving was about 40. Meanwhile, this is 2nd January 2025. 5 days when they left.
Which?
But that's from 95.
Yes.
But what about Super itself?
Diesel XP, 15.60 Ghana cedis, 16 Ghana cedis. So you cannot deny it. Number 2, he says that Accra Kumasi, when they were in power, it was 300 Ghana cedis. Why was it when you came to power in 2017? You move it from 60 Ghana cedis to 300 Ghana cedis. But today you are on this platform, you are talking.
Is it Accra Tamale?
Accra Tamale, yes. That's the point I'm making. From 60 Ghana cedis to 300 Ghana cedis. And you are here talking about it. He says that, electricity, they didn't really reduce it. Meanwhile, this is PRC data. Look at it. Read it. PRC data. 2023, 4 quarters. What was the increment in the first quarter?
When did I say?
Let me make my point. What was the increment in first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter?
Okay.
In 2023, and they did an increment of about 52%.
Okay.
That time was when Ghana's economic fortunes was the lowest.
Right.
Domestic debt HM program and what have you. And he says that, since NDC came, we've done 28%. That's a lie. In 2025, we did only just about 15%. Hey. You do 52% in 2023, and you are criticizing a government that has done 15%. What kind of hypocrisy is this? Okay. And finally, he says that, this government is not spending. Now, and when MPP came in 2017, they did spend it. Meanwhile, their finance minister tells us that between 2017 and 2020, 2017 and 2024, they've done only 9 billion of free SHS funding. Meanwhile, only in 2025, in the first quarter, we had paid over 1 billion. We allocated 3.5 billion Ghana cedis to free SHS alone. And he says we are not spending. What kind of hypocrisy is this? Finally, he said, we have not paid for social intervention programs. This is the finance minister's statement when he went to parliament in 2025. First quarter, they said they did spending. NHIS, when we came, they had let a debt in claims of 600 million Ghana cedis. We cleared that debt. A government that is not paying, we cleared it for you. And made allocations of over 9 billion Ghana cedis to national health insurance alone because you put a cap on it. We had to uncap it so that we fund national health insurance. Nurses allowance, look at it. We paid when we came. We did 462 million in nursing training allowance. Teachers, we did 191 million.
So you're about to
we paid over 895.
Okay.
District Assembly Common Fund. At the end of the first quarter, we are paid 2.9 billion. Go to Abra Sebu Kwamankesi. In 2024, they paid only 290,000 in District Assembly Common Fund. By the end of the second quarter of 2025, the NDC have paid 30 million Ghana cedis, 290,000 and 30 million. And you are here on this platform saying we are not spending. Look, we are spending wisely and judiciously.
Okay.
We are not going to spend on national.
Let me just pick a few minutes
That's the difference between the NDC
because we need to talk about the NPP as well.
So it is a lie if NPP tells us, like our comes on this platform, the NDC is not spending. That's why the economy is strong. Look, we have spent more than you, but we have spent wisely. That's the point I want to make on this platform.
Okay. So when I say they are not spending, I am looking at not statutory payment. I am looking at things that you said in your budget that was appropriated for you, that will drive growth and employment. You budgeted 300 million for national apprenticeship program that you will get people jobs. You gave them 21 million. Are you spending? You are not. These are the things I mentioned. I am not looking at health insurance. Every government pays claims. That's different.
600 million.
Again,
600 million.
I'm coming.
600 million.
Make
You that you spent.
When he was showing you the data of the GHOne, Thursday, 2nd January 2025, he carefully skipped the Super XP, which is 1499.
You said
and started, this is it, 1499. But he said it's 15.6. The 15.6 is diesel. You're talking to data man. I am the data man. That's one.
It's a lie.
No.
It's a lie.
Comparing mediocrity with mediocrity.
That is
because we're not out of time. I'll make a point.
That is one. Two is that electricity.
Yes.
I don't speak out of vacuum.
Spent more than you.
I don't speak out of vacuum. I said in 2017 we did zero. We didn't add even 1%. In 2018 we reduced it by 17.5%.
And 2023 we increased it by 52%.
In 2024, we did 6.04.
And
in 2024. 2023 we did that.
52%.
Yes.
You are living in a country where you have saddled people with domestic debt program. And you increase electricity by 52%.
Because he's lying. He doesn't
So
want
I'll just land your point. Because we need time to talk about the NPP.
Why will he do this? He said they did 15% last year, right?
But I showed it to you here.
So 1st May, they did 14.75. You discussed it here. 14.75. 1st May, that is 2nd quarter, 1st July, 2.45%.
Yes.
Add it.
4th quarter. Yes.
You said 15.
Yes.
3rd quarter, which is October 1st.
Yes.
1.47.
When you add it, is it 20?
Cumulative 18.5.
When you add it, is it 28?
No, 18.
When you add it, is it 28?
Right.
Why?
You said 28. I think 28.
Why?
I'll make the point.
Will you take me my point?
You said it.
Why is he doing this? It is 9%. Add 9 to 18.3. Is it not 28?
Hey, 9 plus 8.
This is 18.3.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
You see, I don't speak out of vacuum. I speak to facts.
We've been in
That's fine.
all
right. So
we've been in government for
polls
over a year.
You're not in government.
We've been in government
your
for
mic is off. Let me come to you, Michael.
80.5.
Michael, the polls are out. NPP goes to the polls on Saturday, January 31. What are the figures looking like?
So I think that first of all, we need to get some understanding that when we make some of these opinion polls, there are different types of polls.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the one we did, the focus was not really to predict the outcome of the election. It's to probably give some more insights into voter intentions and the dynamics that is going to affect the elections than just predicting. Because as I said off camera, that when you do your polls, things like vote buying and rigging does not affect the poll. So if you do a poll for any election and the elections seems to be laden with vote buying and rigging, your polls will be wrong. So that is something that must be laid bare. Now, with what we did, Dr. Bawumia is definitely the front runner. When we interviewed people, about 42% of them said they were going to vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and about 34% for Ken. So he's leading with about an 8-point difference to his next contender. And we had about 17% of them saying that they were undecided. We had 7% for the other candidates, though. So this 17% saying that they are undecided, it means that when we ended our data collection from the 9th of January, that means from January till the time they'll be having their primaries, it means that there's still a significant, about 1/5 of the delegates who are undecided. And that makes the race a little bit open. Though Dr. Bawumia is the front runner, it leaves a little bit of opening for the election. We had about 28% of that's almost like 1/3 of the voters saying that they can change their vote, they can still change their mind, which means that the contest is still a bit fluid. Though we expect, Dr. Bawumia to keep the traction and then probably lead his way to victory. Because history in itself is is backing him. Since the MPP came into being, every first-time candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Bawumia is the very first-time candidate who has scored more than 60%. All the other candidates on their first showing, they have never gotten up to that.
Right.
And usually, when they come back on their second time, they do better than their. In the last primaries, he won it. So that we can't take it away from him.
Okay.
But just that there've been some higher level of attrition on his side. We found out that about 81% of those who voted for Ken are saying that they are still going to vote for him, compared to 67 on the side of Dr. Bawumia. But you know, when you bring it into absolute numbers, it will be different because Ken had a very lower number of voters. So what we are saying is that Dr. Bawumia is the front runner. He has been tipped to win, but it is still a bit fluid because Kennedy Japan can also have a very credible path to victory, depending on what happens in these last days.
Oh, this is your whole match.
Yes, so what he's saying, you don't need any rocket scientist to tell you that Dr. Bawumia is ahead. If you look at all parameters or any measuring rod you use, history favors him, consistency favors him, credibility favors him, almost everything favors Dr. Bawumia. We are expecting at least not less than 70% of the votes from the delegates. Wow. The reason being that he is the only grassroots person in the race. He has been to every constituency not less than 6 times to work with the delegates in the last 18 years. None of the aspirants, some are even entering some constituencies for the first time this time around. You understand? So it means he has connection with the people already. So that is the reason you see those at the top echelon are for him and the grassroots are for him. So that is one. 2 is that the history of all political parties, not restricted to the MPP. There's no first timer who had ever won any elections in this country. Rawlings contested as sitting president. Mohammed too contested first time as sitting president. You understand? But if you check the rest, including Mohammed himself, whoever won the elections will hand over to the person he has contested with. Rawlings handed over to Kufuor, who had contested with him previously. Mills, Kufuor handed over to Mills, who had contested him 3 times. Then Mills also handed over to Mohammed because of the disruptions. When Mohammed even won, he handed over to Akufo-Addo, and Akufo-Addo also handed over to Mohammed. So now when you check, the only person who in this country is record of governance is Dr. Bawumia. In all parties, there is no one in NDC who can match him. He has been the vice president for the last 8 years. There is no one in this country who has that track record. He has been a running mate for 8 years. There is no one in this country who has that track record as well. You understand? In terms of governance too, all those contesting him, the only people who had tasted even cabinet position are 2 people. And they had not even spent up to even 4 years in cabinet.
There are some challenges for him.
You understand? So, yes, the challenges are the reason. The challenges are the reason I am not projecting 90%. The challenges are the reasons I'm not predicting 90%. Reason being that when we're in government, there was a yawning gap between the government and the party. And that was what cost us, especially the apathy. So Dr. Bawumia is saying that, learning from that, if he becomes president, he will appoint 10 people in each constituency. The constituency will submit 10 people. Then they will be appointed in government. So that if Dr. Aye has been appointed a presidential staffer, but he is representing Abura Sebu Kwamankese, they know that if we have challenges, we know one of the 10. Right. Dr. Aye is one of the 10. And these are the challenges that we faced. And he believes that he will be able to really do all these things. Okay. So Dr. Bawumia stand tall. Okay. Dr. Bawumia will win. and will win overwhelmingly, and will be able to bring everyone together so that we'll be able to win
overwhelmingly.
Right. So, Doctor,
like if you just give
70
me overwhelmingly,
it's about
I doubt.
You doubt.
But I also feel that most of the crowd that is drifting towards Kennedy, because he's definitely appreciating from what his performance last time, is because of people wanting to try something else because they've been disappointed by the previous.
The video that he did just 3 days ago.
The
video Kennedy Japan did 3 days ago has really been able to sway a lot of the people who think he was the best person, because he picked a camera, did a video, and insulted Dr. Bawumia on a premise of lie. So a lot of people have left Kennedy Japan's camp because of the video he did.
I'm sure Saturday we'll get to know.
Fundamentally, I mean, any election is a referendum on the incumbent. If the incumbent is doing well, the opposition is completely useless. Because at the end of the day, what exactly is the MPP coming to do again? They cannot talk about the economy. Certainly will the exchange rate be a topic that the MPP will be interested in discussing. They will never be able to talk about fuel prices. They can't talk about cost of living. They can't talk about the MPP coming to talk about even in the 2028 election. And hold on. Let me go back. And there's a video made by Dr. Bawumia himself. When he was in government, he asked President Mohammad at the time that what is President Mohammad coming to do that he did not have the opportunity to do. You were a vice president and head of economic management team for 8 years. In fact, President Kufuor, not anybody, no less a person than President Kufuor himself told the country that the economy is being managed by a brilliant economist. His name is Dr. Bawumia. The senior minister said it.
Managed.
You understand? And you see, Ghanaian elections have always been centered around economy, cost of living, people's bread and butter. And so if they are giving you this golden opportunity in 8 years, you ended up running away from it and claiming that you are not. The MPP mounted a campaign. There was this MP they voted in a GHOne recently. He went and sat on a platform and told us that they sat in a room and cooked an agenda that they should come and distance Dr. Bawumia from the economy. They tried, and they didn't work. And they lost the election. And so they know that the man was at the helm of affairs. But because he had failed,
but you know he was.
Let me make my point. Let me make my point. You know, told that, are you more credible than President Kufuor?
No, you see, the problem is
let me make my point.
The laws of this country says that it is the finance minister. When he was saying that some MP said someone should be removed because of the economy. How many people said that?
You are not more credible than President Kufuor. The man himself has told us that he left the economy to Bawumia.
No, I think is more credible than
No. Hey, he was the president. He was the president. And he knows the country and he's not running that anybody. He said, and Dr. Bawumia even said it. He said he has a long list of capable people who are on the economic management. He mentioned their names.
Yes.
That he was their leader.
An advisory team.
You understand the point I'm making? Now it is an advisory. So if the things are good, it's Dr. Bawumia.
So today,
if they are bad, so fundamentally, the quality that has been said. As for Dr. Bawumia, his case has already been decided.
Okay.
Ghanaians will not look at his face anymore. They are looking at a performing government.
Who is NDC supporting?
We are not. Why should we be interested in another election? And so all the race they are doing is a race to the bottom. None of them have the capability or the moral right to claim any position in government.
Let me say,
you understand the point? So we are not interested. We are only wishing them the very best. As a political party, they must be in opposition to criticize what the NDC government is doing, and we will look forward and deliver on anybody they wish they want to elect. At the end of the day, will have no effect.
Okay,
Joshua, you remember in 2017 when
we need to go. We are out of time.
When Mohammad lost nearly 1 million votes, we said the NDC is running into extinction.
I get that, but what's your relationship with the Shatter fans? Have you?
He said they are.
Yeah, we have resolved.
But you see, it's just like a debate. Hold on. What the MPP is failing to miss is that after 2017, when they came to power, people got to realize that no, the John Mohammad they voted against was better. But now, everybody now knows that the MPP was
win. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Michael Donina Mensah Awal Mohammed and Dr. Samia helping us with the breakfast review segment. But then from the 4th to the 6th of February, we would have the APD, the Africa Prosperity Dialogues, organized by the Africa Prosperity Network, and it's under the patronage of His Excellency, the President of the land, John Dramani Mahama. It's happening at the Accra International Conference Center from the 4th to the 6th of February 2026. And then on the 6th, we have the Project Afrique exhibition, which will culminate with the Africa Prosperity Champions Awards and Gala Dinner at the Kempinski Hotel, which is on the 6th of February. And so come network with investors as well as the over 15,000 people who will be gathering for this particular event. Because listen, we are talking about Africa's 1.5 billion market that you need to take advantage of. And the theme for this year is empowering SMEs, women and youth in Africa's single market, innovate, collaborate and trade. So it's not too late for you to register. Just register by visiting africaprosperitynetwork.com or send a WhatsApp to 0536 098 325. And it's sponsored, and also their partners include AfriExim Bank, AFDB, Arab Bank for Economic Development, KGL, Telecel, Rigworld, Fitland, Fabri Metal, RNAQ Holdings, Gold Board, ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, the Ghana Tourism Development Company, and the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. Now, if you're a parent, the last thing you want is to go to bed and have your baby crying because he or she is very uncomfortable in his or her diapers, and that's why we recommend the Flora Kids diaper. Make sure that your baby has smooth protection. It's changed regularly as well, and the Flora Kids diaper has this technology that absorbs and keeps it so that your baby does not even feel it that much when he or she usually feels free in the diaper. And so quickly call 0243 033 to become a distributor. Now, we are entering the month of love, February, and on the 14th is Valentine's Day, Chocolates Day. You want to show affection to your loved one. You want to, change something about and make a statement to that person you love. And Caveman Erotica is not just a watch, it's actually fashion, forged for the bold and worn by those who understand that luxury is not loud, but luxury is very deliberate. Every curve, every finish, every measured second speaks to intimacy, power, and unapologetic self-expression. Now, Caveman Erotica is for the man who does not chase attention, he commands it. For the woman who understands that elegance can be seductive, and for those who know that luxury is not about excess, but about presence. And when we talk about Caveman watches, we're talking about made in Ghana watches that meet global standards. So quickly log on to www.cavemanwatches.com or call or WhatsApp 055-855-2046 to purchase yours. This is time reimagined. This is designed, engineered, and this is Caveman Erotica. Let me now connect to my colleague Lily Mohammed, who is speaking to the Minister for Agriculture. We'll be right back.
When the NDC launched its manifesto, one of the critical things they talked about for economic transformation was agriculture. According to the NDC, it was a central driver for the economy to turn things around. We are in 2026, 1 year after Ghanaians gave the mandate to the NDC to lead us. The economy has seen marginal gains, but the question is, what has the role of agriculture been in all of this? My guest today is the Minister for Agriculture. He's also the Member of Parliament for the good people of Esnafo South, Eric Opoku. Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Good morning, my dear. I'm doing very well. And you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
We can't complain. Grace is sufficient. How have you been 1 year in?
I must say that it's been good. It's been very, very well. Except that every first year is a challenging year. Because you are going to work with a team that you are not used to.
Sure.
So you need to know each other, understand each other, and then appreciate the values, the commitment, the expertise they bring to the table. So as a leader of the state. But I must say that it has been a very successful year.
Right.
Successful in the sense that when we assumed office in January 2025, food inflation was around 28.3%. And you understand that there is a relationship between rising food prices and the number of the people in the poverty zone. When your food prices are going up, it means you are increasing the number of your people in poverty. I think this is clear. And when it is coming down, then you are reducing the number of people in the poverty bracket.
Sure.
So I was tasked as the minister in charge of food and agriculture to lead government efforts towards increasing food production, to bring down food prices, and then also to provide raw materials in a sustainable manner for industrial operations. You rightly indicated that during the campaign and the launch of the manifesto, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama spoke extensively about his agriculture for economic transformation agenda, where he underscored the need to use agriculture as a vehicle to deliver prosperity to the Ghanaian people.
Right.
Indeed, our nation is endowed with enormous agricultural potentials. What we have to do is to make use of the resources we have to change the Ghanaian story relating to agriculture. And that's what exactly we've been doing. In order to operationalize the agriculture for economic transformation agenda, we introduced a program we call Feed Ghana. Under the Feed Ghana, we have a lot of components.
Okay.
The first one is just a campaign. Campaign for people to participate in agriculture. So you saw that in our first 3 months, we were campaigning that every Ghanaian household must have a garden to produce some vegetables to support the feeding of the house. Because if you are able to do that, you reduce the cost of feeding your family.
How feasible is this? Looking at spatial planning, for instance.
Good.
We live in Greater Accra.
Yeah.
How feasible do you think this is?
It is feasible because even in Greater Accra, leave a small space and then grow some pepper there. Grow some vegetables. Harvest organically to support whatever you eat in the house.
You say people are participating.
Many people are participating.
Do you have data?
As for the households, we don't have the data yet, but we've been receiving calls from many of these women in their homes, inviting us to come and look at what they have done. And it's good for all of us. Then we are also saying that even our secondary schools,
why?
Every secondary school must have a school farm.
It's one of the critical things you campaign on the
Yes. And as we speak, we've registered about 413 secondary schools participating.
413
schools participating in the project. And then we distributed some input to them to support their production. And you saw that during the Farmers' Day celebration, the best secondary school in practical agriculture was awarded to motivate all of them to be part of the process. We want to use that to achieve some important, milestones. One, we want to eradicate or erase that erroneous mentality in the minds of our children that farming is only for the poor. It's for the unfortunate ones in society. That is never the case. But over the years, because of our practices and because of our actions, even when you go to our schools, and then any of the school children breaks any of the school rules, you assign a portion of the school land to clear as a form of punishment.
That's true.
So you grow up with the mentality that weeding is a punishment. But we want to say that that is not the reality. Because when you travel outside, you go to the developed world, for instance, farmers are the richest. Why is it that it cannot be same here in Ghana? And that is the story we are changing.
Okay.
So we want our students to also have school farms.
Okay.
Now, the produce that they will have will support their own feeding. And that will reduce government budgets for school feeding.
That's true.
That can be used for other developmental projects. Then again, because they are producing to feed themselves, you can also be assured of the quality. So that intervention will end up improving both the qualitative and the quantitative aspect of the food that is served to our children.
Now that you've brought that up, let's focus on the youth.
Not that alone. We have other interventions under the campaign.
I know, but since you're mentioning for schools, I want us to tackle the youth.
The youth, very important. Yes. You see, poultry, the poultry subsector is where we are focusing too much attention on. Because we think that it's an area that can be used to create wealth for the youth of our country.
Okay.
The demand is there. The only problem is that production is low.
Sure.
When you read the 2022 budget presented by the past government, the immediate past government, it provides that in 2022, poultry consumption was estimated at 324,000 metric tons. But out of this, only 15,000 tons was produced locally.
Okay.
And that constitutes 4.6%. Can you imagine a nation like Ghana importing almost 96% of our poultry consumption into Ghana? Can you imagine the jobs that we are exporting through this practice? So we have a program. And the program is what we call Poultry Farm to the Table program. We are looking at the entire value chain. From production through processing, storage, packaging, until it gets to the market or to the table for consumption. And we have various interventions that we are implementing.
What are these interventions?
The first one that is popular among Ghanaians
is the Nkukon
Kiti one.
Where are the Nkukon? I have not seen them anywhere.
You won't see them, but very soon you will see them.
Okay, where am I going to see them?
You won't see them now, but you see them soon. You see, what we are doing at Nkukon Kiti is that we are targeting 60,000 households across the country.
60,000?
60,000 households.
How are you spreading them? 60,000?
Very important.
Okay.
Every constituency in Ghana is being given 10,000 birds.
Okay.
10,000 of them.
Who receives these birds?
They've been registered.
Okay.
We send forms to the district assemblies for them to register beneficiaries, those who are willing to be part of that project. And every constituency is to register 200 beneficiaries.
Okay.
So the 10,000 will be distributed among the 200 of them. Okay. Each of them will have 50 of the bears. Now, when you get the 50, you also be given feed. But before we do the distribution, we know that these are people who have never been in the poultry business. They don't have knowledge as to how to maintain the bears. So if you are not careful and you give them, just to end up not getting anything out of it. So we said that if that is the case, let's do the brooding 1 month before we do the distribution. So because they are brothers, if we give it to you at that stage, after 1 month, 2 weeks, you can send them to the market and make your money.
Okay.
So now, we are done with Ashanti region.
Okay.
In Ashanti region, this is what we have done. We identify brooders, those who have the facilities to take care of the birds for us for the 1 month period.
Okay.
And then we provided the feed.
Are these established poultry farms?
Poultry farms.
You paid them?
Yeah, the ministry will have to pay them.
Okay.
We have to pay them. So the office that is handling this have records of all these brooders.
Okay.
And then at the end of the 1 month period,
they will be paid.
Okay.
Then we'll go and then do the distribution. In some constituencies, we are done with the distribution. Some of them, we are still in the brooding period. We have covered Ahafo region, we have covered Bono East, we have covered Bono region, Western North, and we began Greater Accra, I think, last week. So our teams are still on the field doing the distribution to the various brooding houses. That is about Nkokon Kitenkete.
Okay.
We want to pump into the system through the Nkokon Kitenkete arrangement 3 million bears.
3 million.
Then very soon.
What's the arrangement? 3 million quarterly. How much are you anticipating?
In fact, as for the 3 million, we want the 3 million to be in the system by end of February. All the 3 million.
End of February 2026.
26. All the 3 million will be in the system.
When did you launch in Nkokon Kitenkete?
We launched in Nkokon Kitenkete
in November.
In November.
Yes. So you're anticipating that between November and February, by then, 3 million.
3 million should be in the system.
Okay.
And 3 million
is that not an ambitious?
It's not ambitious.
Okay.
We've already, awarded contracts for the supply of the 3 million bears.
Okay.
And the teams are waiting for the suppliers. As and when they supply, then they do the distribution. During the launch.
So you mentioned something. Sorry to cut in. You say you have awarded contracts.
Yes.
For the team to identify.
No, for the supply of the 3 million bears.
Okay. And when are they going to supply?
They are now supplying.
Okay.
During the launch, we indicated that we are buying from local sources.
Right.
And so they cannot supply in bulk. They are supplying in batches.
Okay.
So as and when they supply, then our team will do the distribution to the brooding facilities. And then after 1 month of the brooding period, then we'll do the distribution to the beneficiaries.
Okay.
And it is going well.
Okay.
It is going well.
Okay.
Then this is just the smallest part.
That's the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, the smallest part of the strategies that we are putting in place to close the gap between consumption and demand. We are also targeting the commercial farmers. They have the facilities already. They have the experience. What can we do to cause them to increase production?
Okay.
We are targeting 4 million bears under that.
Okay.
And then processes are underway for the award of the contracts. We will supply them with the bears. But before then, they will have to indicate to us that they are ready because they have the feed. Because we are not procuring the feed for them. And even the bears we are providing them, when they sell, they have to repay so that we can roll it over. Because these are established farms with the capacity to invest and reinvest. And we want to give each of them 80,000 bears.
Okay.
So if we identify 50 of them, and then you give them 80,000 each, and you are pumping into the system 4 million bears.
And what are the timelines you're looking at?
Now, once we have begun with the process, it is presumed that immediately after the end of Nkokon Kitenkete, the backyard one, the commercial one will also follow.
Okay. And in all of this, where lies the involvement of the Ghana Poultry Association?
The Poultry Association comes in when we are rolling out the commercial one.
Okay.
Because this one is the backyard, household. But you see, let me indicate this. Sometimes we create that impression that people have not been consulted. Whilst they have been consulted, duly consulted.
In this case, have they?
They have been consulted. What we did was that after our assumption of office, we put up a technical team to generate the strategic document for the implementation of all our agricultural policies, especially the Feed Ghana program, which is the umbrella of all the policies we are putting in place. And then they generated the document for us. We then invited, subsequent to the generation of the document, we invited all the stakeholders to come and validate the document.
Okay.
So we brought all of them together in the hotel for the validation, 3 days. And that document has been validated.
Okay.
Now all stakeholders have approved for the implementation by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture under my stewardship. And so if I'm implementing our collective decision, would you say I did not consult you?
That cannot be said.
That cannot be said. So all of them have been consulted.
Have been duly consulted.
Duly consulted. And then when you get to the selection of the commercial farmers too, we have some lists. We'll consult all of them. We'll consult them because we have records of some of them who took similar facilities from this office and did not repay. They didn't pay back. So if today we have the same facility, we must know who should be given and who should not be given.
Where is the involvement of faith-based organizations in this?
Excellent, excellent. Faith-based organizations, as part of our strategy and the campaign, we realize that in Ghana, we have more churches than schools.
Sure.
In fact, in my hometown, when I counted one morning, I got 9 schools and 39 churches. So we said that, look, if we have these institutions, well-established, faith-based organizations, where they hold their leadership in reverence, and then they listen to them, they accept whatever comes from them, hook, line, and sinker. Why can't we bring them on board as we strive to attain food security in Ghana?
Right.
So we said our churches must also have church farms.
Okay. And what's the plan?
And some of the churches have registered with us.
Okay.
They are participating in the Feed Ghana program. Some have signed MOUs with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. And that is why during the Farmers' Day, the best church in agriculture, practical agriculture in Ghana, was awarded.
Okay.
And so the churches are doing very well. I can even share with you, a church came to me here and said they have harvested 30,000 bags of maize. But they will not want to sell the maize today. They want to keep the maize. When there's the need, then we can fall on them to cushion our people. They are building food buffer against emergencies.
Sure.
And so this is what we expect from the faith-based organizations. You know why? If the congregation are hungry, if they are starving, can you minister unto them the word of God?
No, not at all.
So the church must not be focused only on the spiritual well-being of the people. It must be holistic. They must as well consider the material and the physical well-being of the people.
Okay.
And that's exactly what is happening. Some of the churches are yet to come on board. And so I'm using your space to invite all of them, that we have a nation to build together. It is our collective responsibility to create an environment that is congenial and serene for all of us to be proud of.
Okay.
So they are invited to be part of it.
At the end of this...
And not them alone, even government agencies. You know, Ghana Prisons is also on board. We supported them with input and other logistics last year, and they are doing very well.
Okay.
This year, they will scale up. The military will scale up.
Okay.
National Service, they have scaled up already. And many other institutions are participating.
Okay.
And that is good for us.
Okay.
That is excellent for us. We want to see a situation where media personalities of your caliber will also come out one day to say that, come and look at my garden. I hope you invite me one day.
I have a big space in my house. I think I should consider that.
That's right. Oh, you are yet to consider that.
Well, I haven't considered because I need to get somebody who takes care
the success of government programs also depends on how we are able to sell it.
That's true.
How we are able to market, how we're able to talk about it to get the buy-in of Ghanaians. Because mobilization is very key in the exercise of leadership.
That's true.
If you are unable to mobilize people behind it, you are a failure already. You are a Christian. I will share with you the story of Jesus Christ. The Father commissioned him to fill the whole world with the word of God. Looking at himself, one person, how can I do this? So when he came, he assembled 12 disciples, preached to them, educated them, and said, please help me fill the whole world with the word of God to complete the task. It's a commission. Then they asked him, we have sacrificed everything. everything we have in life just to ensure the fulfillment of what is on you. At the end of the day, what are we going to get? You remember?
Yes.
And then he said, in my Father's kingdom,
there are many mansions.
You are going to be the biggest. Oh, that was the motivation. And so you need to mobilize people. So the media, as the fourth estate
of the realm,
you must work with us in this space.
Well, that is what we're doing as we speak, isn't it?
No, I'm saying it today, but after me, it should be your responsibility and the responsibility of all other media stations
to propagate,
to make sure this gets to everybody and that everybody participates.
In everybody participating, what's the end game? How soon? What are the timelines to achieving total poultry sufficiency in Ghana?
In fact, when you read our document, we have projected that by 2028, we should achieve sufficiency.
Okay.
Because one, it is not just about government interventions. Government is rolling out a lot of programs. But throughout the campaign, you are also getting the private sector to actively participating in the process.
Okay.
So when you put together the efforts of government and that of the private sector, which is always bigger, certainly you get to your target.
One of the cries of many of these poultry farmers is the importation. By 2028, will you be committed to ban poultry importation?
Yes, dependent upon the scale of production.
Okay.
Because if we are doing, let's say, 60% today, if we are able to produce 60% of our consumption today, you cannot place the ban, but you can regulate. Because it means that you don't need more than 40% to feed your people.
Okay.
So the more you bring in, the more you collapse the price. But we have a responsibility to protect local producers. And not that alone. That's not a responsibility of government alone. Every citizen of this country must understand that if you buy from local sources, you are creating employment opportunities for your children, grandchildren, neighbors, and siblings everywhere. But if you buy from imported sources, you are throwing away, you are exporting jobs. So if we have that understanding, we can collectively achieve our aim within the shortest possible time.
Okay.
Because the major challenge confronting Ghana today is unemployment.
That's true.
Wherever you go, that is the issue. We are not getting jobs to do. We are not getting jobs to do. Parents are complaining. The fathers are crying, mothers everywhere. What do? Let's all do one thing. Buy from local sources. So that our local producers will have the capacity to expand. And while expanding, they employ a lot of people, pay them, incomes will increase. And when people's income increase, one thing happens. The ability to demand for goods and services also increases, and eventually the economy booms. A friend, economics lecturer, told me something.
Okay.
He said that if you give more money to the poor, you grow your economy more than the rich. And I said, hey, this is contestable. But his explanation was simple.
Okay.
When the poor is given more money, they go to the market and demand for everything because they are poor. They don't have mattress. So they will buy mattress. They don't have TV. They will buy TV. They don't have roofing sheets. They will buy roofing sheets. They don't have chairs. They will buy chairs. And when they buy, the seller will also get money, buy kenke. The kenke seller will also get money, buy fish seller. So you see the money changing hands in the system. But when the rich man is giving additional money, now he thinks about celebrating the birthday in UK, in America. So his expenditure does not stay in Ghana. It goes somewhere. Just a few of them think about reinvesting. You understand?
Yeah.
So he says that build the capacity of the poor, redeem them from the shackles and tentacles of abject poverty, and let's see how they can significantly impact on economic transformation.
It means you have 2 years to achieve this, but why did it take you too long to launch in GHOne, for instance?
No, you know, our budget was presented in April. As a new government, we had to form the government. And so in April, we went to Parliament for the budget approval, and then we started the implementation in March, in May. So May, June, July, August, we had to roll out all the programs and projects we had captured in the budget. And so certainly, we couldn't have done it earlier. But it is not late. Within the first year, we have achieved so much. Don't forget that even in March, we have to prepare for the farming season in the southern sector. You know, Ghana, we had the northern sector and the southern sector.
True.
In the southern sector, we have 2 major seasons. And because of the rainfall pattern in the northern sector, we have just 1 season in the northern sector. So from February, we have to start preparation towards the farming sector in March. As we speak now, we are preparing for the March season. And so we have done a lot of things. It is not about GHOne alone. And even that one, I spoke about GHOne, I spoke about the commercial one. I was going to talk about the medium to the large scale.
Okay. Which is?
Yes, in between the two. Between the backyard and then the commercial. We have the medium to large scale. They do just 500 bears, 1,000 bears. We have also identified some of them. Looking at the facilities they have, the experience they have gathered over the period that they have been in business. If we are able to support them, they can scale up. So we are providing them with 3 million bears, those in the middle, so that together we are pumping into the system 10 million bears. This is aside the various interventions we are witnessing from the private sector. Because we have had relationships, MOUs with some investors from outside who are also investing here. They are looking at the entire chain. They are producing, they will process, they will package and put them on the market. So we believe that with all these interventions on board, by 2028, if nothing untoward happens, we should be able to attain food sufficiency in poultry. And it is doable.
Is your Feed Ghana program a replication of the previous administration's Planting for Food and Jobs?
The two are quite different. When you look at the explanation I'm giving, you could see 2 different programs. 2 different programs in the sense that under the Feed Ghana program, we are looking at a holistic approach to unlock the full potential of the agricultural sector. And so it is not about production alone. Planting for Food and Jobs was just to plant and produce food, supply fertilizer, seed, and those kind of things. That is part of it because we are doing production. Now, we are looking at how we can increase production. And to increase production, we have to bring on board research and technology. And that's why we are working with the research institutions. They test the soils for us. And then they will guide us that this soil is good or suitable for the production of this particular commodity. Then they will also tell us, this is the type of fertilizer that must be applied to this area. Because after the test, we realize that this particular nutrient is lacking in the soil. So we can replenish. Then after that, we are looking at continuous and sustainable production. That is why we are transitioning from rain-fed agriculture to irrigation agriculture. Ghana, we are told, is blessed with irrigable land estimated at 1.9 million hectares. But as we speak, just about 229 hectares is under irrigation. Without irrigation, all the investment you make in agriculture will be at the mercy of the weather. If the weather is not favorable, how do you recoup your investment? So the president says that we want to ensure all year-round production. So the chunk of the resources must go into irrigation infrastructure. If we are able to provide irrigation, regardless of the weather, if all the other factors will work as expected, certainly we'll have your goals achieved.
Now that you talk about irrigation, did you inherit the One Village, One Dam initiative?
One Village, One Dam. In fact, I'm here to see one. I'm here to see one. Oh, I'm very honest. You see, the name was One Village, One Dam.
True.
But if you had listened to the minister who was in charge of the implementation then, the minister said the money that was given was insufficient for that. So what I saw in the budget document then was dugouts.
Okay.
And dugouts, when you enter the dry season, you see water drying out of the thing. So you can have it.
Okay.
So when you talk about dam, I have not seen one. But if you have seen One Village, One Dam anywhere, just let me know. I'll go and look at it.
Okay.
Now we are working on dams.
Okay.
We are working on the construction of small dams in the northern enclave. And the funding is coming from the European Union and then the French embassy. In fact, I launched this program in Wa with the ambassador, French ambassador. And it was a very colorful, occasion. They are giving us 47 million euros. And then under the project, we are constructing 10 new small dams. And then we are rehabilitating 8 existing ones.
Okay.
And then apart from that, we are also providing 47 solar-powered boreholes to support the women in the production of vegetables. You see that just last week, my team was in Zebula. They were harvesting tomatoes, and the team had to be there to supervise the harvesting. I will be there in the next 2 weeks, and then you see some of the interventions we are putting in place. We are putting the vegetable farmers into clusters, and then allocating the land to them. When you give them the land, then we provide the solar boreholes, solar-powered boreholes, so that all year round they can have water for the production to produce tomatoes, onions in quantities that we need for us, or we can wean ourselves off from the importation of tomato from Burkina Faso and then onion from Niger.
How then are you structuring these dams? Because if you say that what the previous administration did was, for want of a better word, is a failure, how are you structuring yours? Is it constituency based? Is it village based? Is it sector? How are you structuring this? Help us understand.
We are looking at where the potential exists.
Okay.
For the development. Because if the potential is not there for the construction of dam, how can you go and construct a dam there? So we have GHOne, that's the technical arm of this ministry in charge of irrigation. They present to us that this area is good for dam, is suitable for dam construction, small dam or bigger dam. Then when they bring us the distance, we just look at the cost. If our budget can afford, we move into action immediately.
Okay. So it's tailor-made?
Yes.
Okay.
That is how it should be. But as for the solar-powered boreholes, it can be constructed anywhere where the test shows that we have enough water underground for it. Then you can go for it.
Okay.
That is the difference. But under irrigation, they started some projects that we are also continuing. Tomorrow, for instance, I'll be going to Pond. The immediate past government started some project there, irrigation project, which is under construction. We are continuing with the project because it's a good project. If we're able to complete them and then make it available for the farmers, it will increase production, increase incomes of the farmers, and then improve their living conditions. So we cannot abandon such projects. It is government money. And we have been asked by President, His Excellency the President, to make sure that such projects are continued because it is all in the interest of Mother Ghana.
What about the warehouses? You're talking about not abandoning certain projects. What about the warehouses?
Yes, the warehouses, we have a report, an audited report on the warehouses. A few of them were completed, but even the completed ones, the report indicates that they cannot be used because of some defects. And so we are trying to see how we can correct some of these defects, how we can rectify them, put them into usable conditions, and then you use them. I recall some few months ago, ECOWAS came here because of the Burkina Faso crisis. I mean, the political turbulence, the intervention of the military. That was an area where they had food buffer. But because of this, they are unable to continue with the buffer. So they said they wanted to expand their food buffer in Ghana, and they would need more warehouses. So we said we'll make some of the ongoing facilities available to them for them to complete and then use. And then we'll also identify some warehouses at some strategic areas. And with the help of the World Food Program, we are rehabilitating them for us to use for our storage, activities. And so we are doing a lot of things.
So we do not have to witness the glut that we did, especially
the glut, we anticipated it. We anticipated it. At the beginning of the year, we knew there was going to be a glut. But we were not assured. We weren't sure of the quantum of the glut. That was the problem.
Okay.
You understand? That was the reason why in the 2025 budget, we provided for 100 million Ghana cedis to purchase, to mop up the excess food from the markets.
Okay.
So assuming there was no anticipation of that, we couldn't have budgeted for it in the budget.
Are you anticipating more gluts this year?
Yes.
Okay.
And we are preparing towards that.
What's the plan?
We are doing so many things.
Okay.
Now we are mobilizing to go to the field to purchase the excess paddy that is still on the field.
Okay.
National Food Buffer Stock is building a strategic buffer against emergencies. So far, some quantities of maize have been procured, and they are in our stores. They've also procured some quantities of rice, gari, and others. So should in case of any eventuality, any unforeseen contingency, you understand, unforeseen situation, we can fall on the food buffer that we have. And we are still building. We are still procuring. So there was an advert. Some people are being licensed. Within the shortest possible time, they will move to the production enclaves to see how the millers can buy the paddy, do the milling, and then send to buffer stock. We've also had some arrangement with some of our counterparts in the region. They have shortages of maize and rice, and they want to take advantage of our glut.
Okay.
So they are also coming with some arrangements through buffer stock so that they can also procure some of the excess for us. In fact, we share in the plight of our farmers. It is a difficult situation. I'm a farmer myself. My parents were all farmers. And so I have practical experience, and I've gone through this before. Having invested in production, having produced so much, and then you are not getting market to even recoup the investment you made, and then paying the banks from which you borrowed. It's a very complex situation, but we have to manage it.
Okay.
We cannot resolve all the challenges within a space of 1 year. We'll learn some lessons from what has happened, and then we'll prepare adequately in the coming year so that whatever emerges, we should be able to contain.
Let me take you a little backwards towards the warehouses.
Yes.
Have you conducted audit? What were the findings? What are the recommendations going forward?
In fact, I even mentioned the audit report. So that should indicate to you that something has been done. If we have not audited, certainly I wouldn't have referenced an audit report. And I cannot tell you whatever, all that is captured in the report, but I can tell you that some of them, they did not test the soils before putting the infrastructure. And some of them are metals, some as to whether they are suitable for that particular soil, and so many other issues, construction defects and other things. Contractors arguing that they have not been paid and therefore they cannot hand over the facilities to us, and so many other issues. But we are looking at how we can mobilize.
Did we have value for money?
Value for money, yes. The audit report talks about it. Because most of them have not been completed.
Okay.
Most of them have not. The few that have been completed, there are issues. Okay. So value for money, yes, we are going to have value.
Did we have value for money?
I'm not in a position to confirm that now.
Okay.
I'm not in a position to confirm that now because the facilities are not completed.
Okay.
And so how would you assess the value
but
of
you
an uncompleted?
Mentioned that a few ones have been completed.
Yeah, the few ones that have been completed, we still have issues.
Okay.
Issues with extension of electricity to the facilities. So even though the structures are completed, we are unable to use them because we now have to send electricity and other services there. So fully, we haven't completed them.
Okay. This is Hard Talk. I take a break. When I return, the conversation continues. Stay with me. Back. This is Hard Talk on GH today. I am Lily Mohammed. I told you earlier that today we're sitting with the Minister in charge of Food and Agriculture. He's also the Member of Parliament for the good people of Estunafo South, Eric Opoku. Honourable, let's talk about agriculture.
Yes.
And we've spoken extensively. Fertilizer. What's the issue? Is it shortage? Is it failure to distribute? Something many consider very basic commodity.
Oh, actually, this year, the past year, we didn't have problems with fertilizer because the strategy was that we wanted to make the fertilizer available to our farmers free of charge. And so we procured some quantities, and then when we took over we inherited some quantities of fertilizer that were procured by the previous administration, and then some were being diverted to other places. So we mobilized all of them, added to what we procured, and then distributed to the farmers. But now we have a strategy in place. We have caused our farmers to form what we call community commodity-based cooperatives.
Okay.
So we now have farmers cooperatives.
Okay.
We've registered about 70,000 of them. Now these cooperatives are commodity focused.
Right.
And we know their various locations across the country. So sitting here, just by pressing the button, I know that this cooperative is here. They are into the production of tomato, onion, they are into cassava, they are into this. So we are going to use the cooperatives for the distribution of the fertilizers.
Okay.
Then apart from that, we recognize associations like the Peasant Farmers Associations. That's the umbrella body for all the smallholder farmers across the country. And we have other associations. So through them, we can also send fertilizer and seeds to the farmers because we want them to increase the yield. So if we're able to give them what will enable them to achieve that, then we are good to go. So we don't have issues with fertilizer. Our only commitment is to ensure that the fertilizer leaves the ministry and gets to the farmer. It is not diverted.
And free.
Free. That was what we did last year. And this year, the technical team is reviewing what we did last year to see if it is something that should be continued or we should go for the subsidized one. I think next week, their report will be ready for consideration.
How are you dealing with issues of smuggling?
Smuggling. Last year, we didn't have problems of smuggling.
Okay.
And then this year, too, we are doing something about that. We want to have a special package, special bag for the fertilizers. And then there will be a tracking system on it.
Right.
So if we deploy the fertilizer from the ministry here, we can track it wherever it goes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then wherever you see it, you will know that this is Mofes fertilizer meant for our farmers. But let me also add this. This fertilizer business can only boom if the Ghanaian people decide to allow it to happen.
How?
If all of us appreciate the fact that it is our money that is being used to procure this important input for our farming activities, then wherever you see it, you should monitor it. We have a collective responsibility because we pay for it through our taxes. We cannot allow some of these things to go down the drain.
I agree.
You understand?
I agree.
And so the quantities that will be distributed will be in the media space. We announce it to everybody. Like we did last year. We brought the media here and then we announced that this quantity of fertilizer is being sent to this district. So before the fertilizer gets there, it is known to everybody there. And we also have people around to do the monitoring. This time round, we'll send copies to the BNI, the police in all the districts to make sure that the quantities that we send from this office get to the farmers wherever their location is.
Okay, okay. Now, I know that cocoa is under the finance ministry,
yes,
right? But prior to your government coming into administration, you in particular,
yes,
led your party to promise farmers 6,000 cedis per bag.
Yes.
Now you're paying a little over 3,000 cedis.
Yes.
You have shortchanged them, haven't you?
We have not.
What happened?
We have not. You see, when we were in opposition, I was the minority spokesperson on agriculture.
Sure.
And when they announced the cocoa price, I used the FOB price, the price at which the cocoa was sold in the world market, to do the calculation. Now, when you use that amount of money, you know, in Ghana, we don't buy the cocoa in dollars. We use the cedis to purchase the cocoa. So you have to exchange the dollars into cedis before you know the cedi equivalent that is being given to the Ghanaian cocoa farmer. You understand? So the exchange rate is key in the determination of producer price of cocoa. I hope you agree. No, do you agree to this?
Well, I am not a farmer.
No, it's not well. It's just a simple thing that you don't need to be a farmer to understand. What I am saying is that Ghana sells the cocoa in dollars abroad.
That's true.
But when we come back home, we buy the cocoa in cedis. So we have to exchange our dollars to cedis. So the exchange rate is a factor that cannot be downplayed.
Okay.
Why am I saying this? At that time, $1 was above 16 cedis. So assuming the price of cocoa was $1 in the world market, the farmer could get 16 cedis.
That's true.
Today, the same dollar is around 11 cedis. So even if the price has not changed, the change in the exchange rate alone will reduce the cedis that will be given to the farmer. Is that not understandable?
No, that is understandable.
What we have done last, the 2024 one we criticized, farmers were given $3,100 using an exchange rate of 16 or 15.5. You will get a huge amount of money. This year, the same farmer is being given over $5,000.
Okay.
But when you use an exchange rate of 11,
10.
Or 10, you see what you get. So it's the exchange rate that created the difference.
Okay.
If you are giving them 5,400 and the exchange rate is still 16, just multiply 16 by $5,400 and see how much the Ghanaian cocoa farmer would have received. It would have even been more than 6,000. So it's the exchange rate. When you stabilize your exchange rate, there are disadvantages and there are advantages. But the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages. So it is a good thing to do.
Are you still standing on what you said in 2024 that farmers should have been paid 6,000 cedis?
Excellent.
Okay.
At that time, excellent.
Okay.
And this year, the Ghanaian cocoa farmer has been given 70% of the FOB price.
Okay.
70%. Now, when you convert the 70% into cedis, using the current exchange rate, that is what the farmer received.
Right.
If the exchange rate had not changed from the 16 or 15.5, if you multiply that by the FOB price you are giving to the farmer, you would have gotten the 6,000 price.
Okay.
So it's the exchange rate that did the difference. So you saw that after the announcement of the price, the exchange rate went up. And then we said, no, farmers, we don't want to cheat you. The exchange rate has brought an additional payment that should be made to you. So we have added that one.
Okay.
It demonstrates our sincerity, it's a demonstration of how honest we are to the Ghanaian cocoa farmer.
Let me shift a bit from agriculture.
Okay.
And talk about the generalities.
Oh, you are done with agriculture?
No, I just want to shift a bit.
Okay.
Your colleagues on the other side say 1 year after President Mohammed's ascension of the presidency, it's full of hopelessness. What do you say to that?
I think, in the political space, there is something we call political talk. When you find yourself on the set, on the TV, to defend your party, sometimes it is difficult to say it as it is, because your party people may be angry at you. And so, under such circumstance, you wouldn't have any option than to say that, oh, you haven't done anything. Hopelessness. Now, how then would you support this assertion with evidence, with things happen in the real world. I mean, in reality.
Okay.
How would you say this? That the first year of President John Mahama has been hopeless. Why? Is it because he has stabilized the exchange rate and prices of goods and services are coming down? Is that the hopelessness they are talking about? Is that the hopelessness? Is it because he's embarked upon massive infrastructure development? Is that the hopelessness they are talking about?
Okay.
The kind of things they didn't do or they couldn't do over 8 years is being done within the space of 1 year.
And this is sustainable?
It is.
Okay.
Now, if you don't see them as sustainable, it's been done today.
Okay.
You understand? You've done it today. What is left is to put in place mechanisms to make it sustainable. And you are saying that that cannot be done? The first you have to do is to achieve what you want to achieve. And then you move to the second phase to make it sustainable.
Okay.
It is something that can be done.
Farmer service.
So if somebody appears on your show and describes the current situation as hopeless, I think you will not allow this to stay in your record because it is factually inaccurate. I mean, a figment of some kind of imagination, as if somebody is hallucinating, because the reality suggests that this government is on track to deliver prosperity and to restore hope among Ghanaians.
Their concerns are what they call the lazy man approach, where the central bank has pumped in $10 billion into the forex market. And so to them, it's a lazy man's approach.
That's the lazy man's approach?
Yes.
Okay. Then let me do this analysis for you to understand. If the lazy man's approach can give hope, relief to the Ghanaian people, it's not a good approach.
It is.
If what they describe as the lazy man's approach has delivered the results we are seeing and is reflecting in our lives, everybody is enjoying it. Is it a bad thing?
But for how long can we continue pumping about 10 billion?
Number one, is it not the same system that generated the 10 billion?
They say you are not spending. You are going to spend a lot.
No, what I'm saying is that is it not the same system that generated the 10 billion?
It is.
If we say we are not spending, how were we able to spend the 10 billion?
Okay.
The same people are saying that we have spent $10 billion. And then they go to the other side and say we are not spending. So where did the 10 billion go?
Okay.
Is it not expenditure? It's expenditure. You see, people don't understand the concepts. Let me explain this to you. The whole essence of keeping international reserves is to have forests so that should in case of any difficulties, to the extent that nothing works in your nation, you can rely on import for some time to sustain your nation. And the benchmark is that if you have import cover of 3 months to 6 months, you are regarded as a rich country.
Okay.
3 months is enough for you. But if you exceed it, and then you get between 3 months to 6 months, you are a rich country. You can even lend to other countries. That is the benchmark. Because you need just 3 months. Beyond the 3 months, you have moved into another category of the rich countries. And you have the capacity to lend to other countries. Now, our international reserves is heading towards 5 months. It was 4.8. We are going to 5 months. So we have excess. We have gone beyond the 3 months. So assuming we have challenges with our exchange rates, and then we decide to use 1 month to stabilize the exchange rate, and still in the comfort zone, is it a bad thing?
Not entirely.
So it's about application of common sense.
Okay.
The Bank of Ghana has a mandate to stabilize prices. If Bank of Ghana is able to perform that role effectively, the Ghanaian people will be the beneficiaries.
Okay.
For them to be able to do this, under the NPP, Bank of Ghana expended 60.8 billion Ghana cedis. That was a debt, yet they never achieved that stability. Is it a fact? Is it not a fact?
It is.
So having expended 60.9 billion, yet that stability was not achieved. If today 10 billion is expended and the stability is achieved, is it a bad thing?
Well, it is not. Now,
so how come how come that the same people will have the impudence, the effrontery, the temerity to come out to condemn what deserve plaudits?
Okay.
And that is why we have a mandate. We have a responsibility to let people understand that what they are doing is never right.
Okay.
The government is on the proper track to deliver.
In delivering, is this government sure of using agric as the real economic transformation? I asked this on the back of how much has been allocated to your ministry in 2025 budget and in 2026 budget as well.
Actually, the allocation is not that significant.
Okay.
Looking at the fact that Ghana is a signatory to the Maputo Declaration, the Kampala Declaration, that enjoins us to commit not less than 10% of our annual budget to agriculture. We are doing less than 2%, in some cases less than 1%. But I believe in one principle. Yes, the quantum of the resources matters, but the most important thing in the application of resources is the prudent utilization of the resources. If you get 10 billion and you allow 6 billion to go waste, you flitter away 6 billion, you have just 4 billion to make an impact. And so if you are giving 4 billion and you are able to make judicious use of the 4 billion, you make the same impact.
Okay.
So I believe in the judicious utilization of the resources that have been allocated to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
Okay.
And I also believe in the capacity of the private sector. And I believe in the advocacy we have embarked upon. I also believe in the inflow of investment that we are getting into the agricultural space. Because the combination of all this will produce the results that will shock the nation.
Let me touch a bit on the farmer service centers.
Yes.
What's your plan?
The Farmer Service Center, you know, it was a campaign message, and it was also captured in the budget, and allocation has been made for its implementation.
Right.
We've now secured land for the project in 70 of our districts. We are now working on the documentations.
Okay.
We are working on the documentation. We don't want a situation where somebody will come tomorrow and say, this land is mine, so I'm coming to take over the property or whatever. But it's a very important project that will change the entire agri space. You know why? The Ghanaian farmer population is dominated by smallholder farmers. The smallholder farmers constitute about 80% of our farmers in Ghana. On their own as individuals, they cannot acquire tractors, equipment for their activities. So on their own, access to mechanization is not possible. Now what we are saying is that let's create a center. Send the tractors, the combine harvesters, the plows, the tillers, all the equipment that is required for the activity, send it there.
Okay.
You should have a session where the farmers can go and access agricultural input, agricultural fertilizer, a session for extension service delivery, where you have the agricultural extension officers ready to impact on production, and then a session for the deployment of digital tools, and then a small office where the farmers can be trained This is the center we are talking about. So as soon as these centers are established, if you want to go into farming and you don't have money to hire the services of a tractor to clear the land for you, just walk to the center. They will take the records, release the equipment to go and clear for you. When you harvest, you go and pay. So that every Ghanaian farmer will have unimpeded access to mechanization and the rest of the facilities that we talk about. So this year, Ghanaians will see the implementation of the project.
Okay.
We are here to send letters requesting for commitment authorization to enable us go through the procurement processes to commit the state to contracts. When that is done, we are through to go.
In all of this, how are you including or employing the 24-hour?
I think the idea is fantastic.
It is.
Good.
In all of this, how are you employing the 24-hour economy?
The 24-hour economy, you see, is the best for us.
Okay.
What we are saying is that we have some of the factories that are into production. The demand for their produce is very, very high, to the extent that they cannot even meet the demand. Now we want to create that atmosphere for them to be in operation throughout the day, 24 hours, so that they will be running 3 shifts. People will come and work 8 hours, they go. Another group will come 8 hours, they go. Another group 8 hours, they go. And then by the close of the day, they would have tripled their production because the demand is already there. Now, before they will be able to do this, we have to increase the raw material supply to sustain them in business. And that is how agriculture comes in. And that is why we are saying that let's provide irrigation. That is why we are saying that let's test our soils. That is why we are saying that let's put in place mechanisms to increase production. That's why we are saying that let's have farmer service centers, so that those who are doing 1 acre can now do 10 acres. Increase production to ensure uninterrupted supply of raw materials for industrial operations. I don't understand why people can't comprehend this. It's very simple. It is something that can be done and many people will be employed. Now, some state agencies have started. The private sector factories or companies, some of them have been registered. Some of them have agreed to participate.
But they're just a handful.
No, you know, the beginning of everything is like that. You have a humble beginning. Then as you, with the rolling of time, it changes into something big. It transforms into something bigger than you anticipate.
Did the NDC really, honestly, have a plan for the 24-hour economy, or it was just a talk show?
Oh, but within 1 year, we've been able to set up a secretariat for the implementation of the 24-hour economy.
And then, because that's not what you promised Ghanaians, you said 133.
No, let me say. You see, we have a mandate to exercise leadership in 4 years.
Right.
Our manifesto is for 4 years.
That's true.
Assuming we didn't have a plan, we could have waited until the 3rd year and then said that we are going to establish a secretariat. But in the first year, we have set up a secretariat to implement. So it means that we had a plan. So if we start this year, then the 2nd year, we'll start with the implementation, proper implementation. But 3rd year, you see the signs everywhere. So Ghanaians must, they must always have patience to dissect an ant in order to discover it and trace. You can't just say that, oh, there was a started a so it will take some time for us to restore that hope. And that's what we are working on.
People People say...
But sometimes, if people are impatient, we should also be able to dissect the cause of their impatience to see whether there are genuine reasons for that or otherwise. In this particular case, I've made a promise to roll out a project in 4 years. Now, in the first year, I'm putting in place the structures for its implementation. Implementation have even started within the government space. How then would you say that that policy will not be implemented? How would you say that I'm not impatient? I'm not, I'm impatient. You have to be patient. You have to follow, wait, and see what will happen in the subsequent years. Because Rome was not built in a day. Once you have indication that it is going to happen, you must be patient.
As the Minister for Food and Agriculture, are you able to tell us the prices of food on the market relative to what we witnessed in the past? Your
you see this one I don't even have to tell. I think you have to tell me. Because I was watching your station, and then you were showing farmers crying that food prices have collapsed so low, they were not getting market for their product. You showed it on your screen. A clear indication that prices have fallen so low to the disadvantage of the farmers. And this has never happened in the history of our country.
What legacy do you want to leave behind as Minister for Agriculture?
Excellent question. I want to leave this ministry with an indelible footprint, with a mark that under my watch, Ghana was able to produce enough food to feed the Ghanaian people. Under my watch, we laid a solid foundation for agricultural transformation. So that even if the devil is put here as the minister, that foundation cannot change.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'm working on.
Your friend, Ken Oforiatta, has been in the news for the various wrong reasons. Your thoughts?
Oh, I think that every public office holder must understand that once you are given a responsibility, you are entrusted with a responsibility, you one day account for your stewardship. And so when the day comes, you don't run. I have been a minister before. When we lost office, MPP had assumed office. They wrote to me to come and meet the transition team. I went and met with them. They asked me the questions. I responded, and that ended it. It is absolutely wrong for you to presume that you will not account for your stewardship as a public servant. No, that shouldn't be. So some of us are worried why a public officer should attempt to run away from accountability. Come, listen, and answer to the questions. If you did your best with the best of intentions and your conscience judges you right, why do you fear? You know what is happening is a disgrace to himself as a person and a disgrace to his party. So it is an unfortunate incident. It shouldn't have happened at all. Some of the ministers are around, ministers of the previous regime, some of them are around. Whenever you invite them, they will come. You ask them the questions. If you find them culpable, expose them to the full rigors of the law. If they are not culpable, they will go back to their homes. It has been so since time immemorial. So I don't understand why a whole finance minister, the handler of the purse of our nation, the exchequer, you don't want to account for your stewardship? I mean, it is something that cannot be understood.
On the basis of stewardship, you've served 24 years, the people of Esnafo South. You've served as minister. If tomorrow morning, the National Democratic Congress says, Eric Opoku, Akwapano Kwarifo, come and lead the party as flag bearer, would you do that?
Why not? Why not? I will. The NDC elected me as their candidate, parliamentary candidate for Esnafo South. I accepted it wholeheartedly. campaigned with all my resources, my strength, everything, and won the seat for the NDC. When at the time the seat was in the hands of the MPP. And since then, I've been in the space up to today. When Professor Mills came to power, he said, I want you to go and serve as Deputy Regional Minister for Brong Ahafo. I went. And then President Mahama won election, said, I'm making you the Regional Minister for Brong Ahafo. I served. At some point, he said, I'm shuffling you to Ashanti region. I came to Ashanti region and served my region. And then he came back the second time and said, Eric, now making you the Minister for Agriculture, I've accepted. If tomorrow I'm given the opportunity to serve in a bigger capacity, I'm alive and kicking, why should I decline such an offer? Because my commitment is to serve my people. And so whenever I'm given the opportunity, I will courageously embrace it and perform the duties to the admiration of the people.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. That's
Eric Opoku. He is the Minister for Food and Agriculture. He's also the Member of Parliament for the good people of Sunafo South. And this has been Hard Talk on GH Today. My name is Lily Mohammed. Have a good morning.